pushing here, guys.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So last time that we played, I think if I remember correctly, you guys were at the funeral. And the first thing I think we should do is everyone roll for some luck gains, because we can do that every time we play.
Okay.
Put the fun in funeral.
Oh, yeah.
I like getting lucky, but I haven't
Getting
gotten
lucky
it yet.
am I getting lucky
No.
in a funeral?
Oh, I forgot that you were hitting
Wow.
on somebody.
Getting lucky in a funeral.
I always succeed at this stupid thing.
Is fumble that fail? Is this one I want to fail?
Yes, this is the one you want to
yeah.
fail. Yeah, this is the one you want to fail.
So now it's
Oh,
D10,
good.
right?
Yeah, so if you failed, roll 1d10 and add that to your luck.
This is fumble.
Yeah, that's a fail.
That's a
Yeah,
fail.
that's a fail.
That's like
That's
a
a good
critical
fail.
fail.
That's
Yeah,
actually a
that's a
mega
fail.
fail.
That's a
critical.
That's actually
Does she get an extra D10 for that?
Okay, 56.
Well, I got a 1.
3. I suck.
Oh, man.
I don't, and
I
I
got
suck.
6, baby.
At least we didn't. At least we got to roll.
Feeling lucky already.
No. Not that. Okay, cool. So you guys have added that. Why don't you guys also?
Kiss me.
'Cause I don't wanna.
Because I'm not gonna.
Because
Why
you're
don't
not my
you
real
guys-
dad.
Because you don't own me.
You're not the boss of me.
Do you remember who you talked to and what clues that you guys all had?
I don't remember.
I have a
anything.
gun.
I fell asleep.
I got copious notes.
You fell asleep. Okay.
We talked to Dr. Mordecai. He told us we need to go to Mr. Silas's Kwani's Juju house when it opens on Monday. And we went to a funeral service. We met the reporter Rebecca. She
Very
says the Sing Sing, where that person that got arrested is in New York. It's way up north, about an hour's drive. So if you want to see the person that was arrested for the previous murders, we can go there. And then we talked to Carlton Ramsey, who's the executor of Jackson's estate, and he invited us for the will reading on Monday.
Very nice. So yeah, you guys talked to a few people, gathered some information. I don't know if you guys want to ask some questions about what happened last week. Also, one of the things I wanted to ask too, because I was looking back at some of our streams and pulled together some information, and that is Bessie and Ezekiel.
Yes.
I know you two had, when you met the mummy in the tomb, you guys went bonkers, right?
Yes, and I went to a sanatorium to get my.
You were the one that actually went. You went like super bonkers. Bessie, you and Alejandro also kind of went a little bonkers, but I don't think you went as bonkers as Ezekiel, right?
Right, and what I had chosen to do was to immerse myself in philosophy and read books from great philosophers like.
Okay, so you did go bonkers enough that you had to like do something
Yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah, that's what.
I don't think Alejandro did though. Yeah,
I didn't.
You
What
did.
did you do?
I kept it. I didn't. I kept it cool.
Yeah,
man.
you kept it together. But the
It was the mustache. It
Alejandro, what he did was mostly work on his
Yeah.
shooting skills.
My mustache. Yeah, I just waxed it up a little more.
So he comes
waxed it.
pre-bonkers.
What's
He's just
that
naturally that way.
rod that finds water? It's not downing rod. Is it dousing?
Dowsing
think
rod, yeah.
Dowsing rod?
Dowsing
Yeah.
rod.
Is it?
yeah.
I
That's
thought it
what
was.
his mustache is, but it's for crazy.
But I think Omar,
Thought it was like
Omar
divining, right?
studied.
Yes, dowsing
Yeah,
rod.
Omar studied like cult stuff, right? A cult.
Yes.
Yeah, I
But
went up and did a cult.
because Ezekiel and Bessie kind of went a little bit crazy on the
Banana balls?
banana balls on the mummy. Because you actually went temporarily insane while experiencing the Cthulhu mythos, you guys get to go into your skills, and what I want you to do is edit your skills and add on the. I'm not sure if it's the left column. I think it's the right column. Maybe it's the left column. You're going to add 5 to your Cthulhu Mythos.
Okay, in there's 3 columns, so never
Probably the
mind.
first
Only 2
column?
that we can.
Yeah,
only
I
2 that we
think-
can edit. So it's,
Yeah, I think the only 2. Yeah, personal and
I
spent.
see Castolomythus here.
So do it on
Somebody
spent.
What on the rules?
Do it on
okay,
what?
so do it
On
the
spent.
on
When you edit
spent.
when you click
Yeah,
on
it
edit,
only shows me points spent. That is so weird. Hold on.
it should be the third box.
Third box.
Oh.
Okay, from left to right.
Third
Okay,
box from the
and then
left to right,
5.
yeah. And you just
Okay.
enter 5 in there.
Third
There you go.
box.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay.
And now it looks like 5.
So you guys have
Ah,
when you guys came back and you were trying to get yourselves, straight again and get away from the insanity that had befelled you in the temple. You looked up a bunch of things on, what
I
about
don't think I
mummies and
ever-
why are they alive and what was that? Is Sergio saying something? Let me turn Sergio.
I don't think
Yeah,
I don't think Maya wants to get straight again.
Not like
Wants
that.
to get straight again? Is that what he said?
Yeah. He said, I don't think Maya wants to get straight again.
So funny.
It's
Yeah,
the
that-
again part that I'm hung up on.
So yeah, I mean, lose the sanity, gain her sanity back, rather than getting straight. So yeah, basically, you guys, when you get back to and you're doing this work on yourselves, you're going to see the psychologist. You're also looking at the libraries, and you did things to. You found out a little bit about the Cthulhu mythos, so you guys have a little bit of points in that. Besides that, you guys can ask questions. I know you guys talked to Martin Poole, you talked to Dr. Lemming, you talked to Carlton Ramsey, you talked to Rebecca Schoshenberg, and you have an appointment with Anthony Cowles, and you're at the funeral. If you want some questions answered, or you want to ask anything or talk about the various clues that you've got, we can do that now, and then I'll continue at the funeral. You've got one more person to meet.
Yes, I feel like I remember some things and I don't remember other things.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that went
That's
on.
right.
Did we go on that road trip?
You have
Yes
not gone
or
on that
no?
road trip.
No, we have not. We had to
Okay.
reschedule it, right?
Yeah, I think you guys are going tomorrow. That's when you're going to see. No, because Anthony Cowles, I think that's the one that was in Massachusetts in the
the
Miskatonic
Miskatonic.
University. But you guys have scheduled a phone call with him tomorrow at 2 p.m. Is what I understand. But maybe you also were going to go there and actually meet him. That.
No,
Yeah,
I think we were going there. We
Yeah,
called
maybe you
ahead
were,
of
yeah.
time and to see like if he was
Set
going
up
to
an
be there.
appointment. Yeah,
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then we had to do the funeral first, though, right? That's what
that
it was.
is very true. Yeah. Yep.
Right. It said we had an appointment Sunday the 18th.
Yeah, because it's going to take you like 2-3
Miskatonic.
hours to get there on the train and 2-3 hours back, so it'll probably be an all-day affair.
Not how I drive. It's going to
Well-
take 6 hours.
It's on a train, so you're not driving it.
I can drive
Just-
trains. All right.
Well, then we
He
gotta come
thinks
back.
He can drive trains. Maybe he did go insane, or
He
maybe
might have.
that's
Re-
I
real
think
real
that's-
engineers can drive trains.
I think that's his. I think that's his factory settings.
Wow. All right, let's put the fun in funeral then, guys. Or wait, Citra, I think, is the one who probably knows what questions we should be asking. Hint, hint.
I'm not sure. I mean, I've asked all the questions I could think of. Do you guys have any questions? I think we need to go see Professor Cowles on Sunday, and then we'll be back on Monday to go to the Juju house, and then we gotta go to the Juju house is in Harlem,
Yep.
and then Hilton Adams is who we're going to meet at the Sing Sing in northern New York.
And when are we going to Egypt?
yet.
You haven't talked about that, yeah. Not yet.
Oh.
But then the reporter who wrote the article about the previous murders, we met her, and she says we can call her anytime with questions.
Yeah, she also
also
said that
made-
you can come visit her at the. She works for the New York Times, so you can go down to the New York Times office and.
There's also somebody who got real friendly with a cop.
Oh yeah.
He did, yeah.
Well, you know, sometimes men just like to feel like they're men.
Oh
and
yeah. That's true.
Women can be there to facilitate that.
Nice. Trying to remember
All
if
right.
I have that. So, any other questions you want to ask, or anything about all of that? Other than that, I can continue.
No, it's
on.
time for action as far as I'm concerned.
going-
I'm done talking. That's it. I
We're-
demand to
You're
shoot something.
done. You want Jesus, man.
Oh, and we got the will reading on Monday.
Yeah, and you have the will reading
Okay.
with Carlton Ramsey.
But he said he could wait.
No, he was going to do it Sunday, but you guys had a trip, so he's going to wait till
Oh.
Monday.
Okay, yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
So we're going
Shouldn't
to the
be
funeral.
working on a Sunday anyway.
Is that where we're going?
What
Yeah,
was
we're
that?
going on a field trip. We're going to go to the Miskatonic University.
Yeah, we're
Mhm.
at the funeral. We got to meet someone at this funeral, right?
Don't some of us go to the Miskatonic University?
I don't think we all have to go.
You might
mean,
have.
like,
You might have
enrolled.
gone to it. If it's in your personal, or what you actually, what you said that you've done, you could have gone to Miskatonic as part of your, college.
So let's see. What we have is. The handbill for Professor Anthony Callis is The Cult of Darkness in Polynesia and the Southwest Pacific. So we had missed his
Yes.
2-hour lecture of slides.
Yes, and that's the one that you're going to meet tomorrow at Miskatonic University. Is
So I think
Professor
that's our
Callis.
next thing, right?
All right.
That
What
your
time
next
is it
big
now?
thing. So it's still afternoon of Saturday the. Let me see. I think it's Saturday the 18th. You're still at the funeral. You had just finished talking to Carlton Ramsey, and he had told you about the reading of the will, and that he would talk to you guys on Monday. And he kind of has made his way out. There's still some people like around the area that's kind of filtering around, talking to people, and you guys are kind of huddling, talking about the things that you're talking about now. And as you're talking about this, another person comes up and kind of introduces himself and holds his hand out, and he says, "Hello there. How are you doing? I understand that you're friends of Elias." And
We
he kind
are.
of puts his hands out and shakes your hand, and he goes, "You're Virginia and Omar. I see
Indeed.
Ezekiel and Emerson, Bessie and Alejandro. I think, yes."
In person.
My name is Jonah Kensington. I work at the Prospero House, and we are the publishers for Elias's books, all of his different books and things of that nature. And I came here to pay respects to my friend. He was also a friend of mine. It's a sad thing that he was murdered, yes?
A very sad thing.
Mhm.
Terrible. Very terrible.
Yes.
Are we at a funeral?
Mm,
Yeah, you guys are
We
still
are.
at the funeral, yep.
I look for like a vulnerable lady. I say that I'm a professional photographer.
Wow.
I do the whole fake casting.
Real
thing,
classy, you guys. Real
Wow.
classy.
that is-
Omar.
I would never flirt with someone in a funeral. That's wrong.
uh-huh.
Hey, Omar is trying to
People go for that.
to make it
honestly.
happen. Why don't you roll a charm roll,
Or-
Omar, as you're kind
I'm
of like
trying to
walking
work on my
around?
charm skills. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
go
trying
ahead.
to do, man.
Go ahead
Help
and roll
him
a
with your
charm.
grief.
Yeah. Take and roll a charm for me.
You might get lucky and meet a newly single woman.
Ah, shit.
Gosh.
You-
That didn't sound
You know,
good.
there's a couple of people around, various women anywhere from 25 to 35 that are there at the funeral, either helping with what's going on, or maybe some reporters. And yeah,
I mean, he looks like he's 50, so I don't know.
Yeah,
but
you've
all
kind
right.
of well,
He doesn't
it's
have a single wrinkle.
it's the cigar.
He's white,
I
which means
think
he's like
is
30.
what did
I
it.
got a baby face. I got a
Yeah,
baby
you do.
face. It's literally on my traits. Personal
I don't know.
traits,
With that
baby
kind of a
face.
role, I think he thinks everyone is good looking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's like,
baby
man,
face.
what's up?
Hello.
You kind of strike out throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some.
As Jonah is kind of talking to you guys and asking, how have you guys been holding up? How have you guys been holding up since the event? Oh my god.
Well, I have been having trouble sleeping, but a friend of mine recently gave me a remedy that I think I'm going to try. I can talk to you about it if you have trouble sleeping.
Oh, the tug and tuck?
Oh god, are you going to try and sell your what and what is that, my dear Mr. Alejandro?
No, we'll talk about it later. It was just something I heard earlier today that was supposed to help me sleep.
Oh,
It took me way too long to understand where he was going. Now that I get it, I feel bad about it.
Yeah. He adjusts his glasses and looks at the rest of you kind of quizzically and says, "Well, it was nice to finally meet you guys. Jonas Elias was he was quite the character, and he's definitely going to be missed. If you'd like, you can stop by my office at the Prospero House if you need to talk to anything about Jackson or anything of the or surrounding him."
At least his memory lives on in his son.
When was the last time that you saw
His
Jackson?
His alleged illegitimate son.
Right.
He said, it must have been a couple of days ago that I've seen him. We correspond quite often, quite regularly.
Maybe, sir, if you trimmed your eyebrows, you'd see him more clearly. You might not even need those spectacles.
God damn.
Wow.
He says, well,
Because
he did say
something
that
I
you were a
said.
spicy
Ignore
little
him.
guy, Mr. Alejandro. But,
Yo, my
his mother
IRL
dropped him on the head
eyebrow.
when he was a kid.
Spicy little meatball.
he goes,
Little baby.
I can see the dent in his forehead, my dear Virginia. Yeah, I think you're right. He was dropped.
It's just wavy hair. I don't have a wavy head.
So, Jonah,
Is that one? That's one way to say that you have a smooth brain.
Yeah.
Jackson wanted to meet us at the hotel, and when we went to meet him, he was in a state of dying,
Death?
He was
Yeah.
and
In a
And-
state of
murdered.
we weren't able to meet him, and so he wasn't able to relay in person the message that he wanted to pass on to us. Would you know of anything that he may have wanted to pass along to us?
Lately the only thing he's been talking about has been that that Carlisle expedition. It's been almost an obsession with him, I think. Yeah.
Anything special
He's
that
been
he
acting
mentioned?
very strange when he talks about it too. At least the last few days, it's been. Yeah, I've got some. I've got some real pit in my stomach feeling when he was talking about the Carlisle expedition.
Does he talk about the Carlisle expedition in any of his books?
Oh, no, he doesn't. But he did send me a letter. Probably last year at some point. He sent me a few letters when he was in Nairobi. If you'd like, you can come by Prospero House and I can let you see those letters.
Okay. That sounds interesting.
I don't have them on me, of course. I'm here for the funeral.
Suspicious.
As his publisher, do you know if he was currently working on any new volumes?
He was writing a new book about the Carlisle expedition, is from my understanding, and Yeah, I think he's doing that. Why don't you roll a charm roll for me? Ooh. Do you want to spend 9 luck?
Oh, I only have 56 left.
What else are you gonna do with it?
Save my life later.
I was going to say the exact same
Yeah,
thing.
save my life when crazy shit happens.
Do it.
You definitely don't have to.
Yeah, you can let us all down. That's okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you down.
This mother fricker.
I smell like natural gas. Is somebody gaslighting? What's
Yes. Yeah, somebody's got the
Yeah.
petroleum products out tonight.
Well,
So
this
he
sounds
says-
very interesting.
Yes, my
You're
dear.
gonna say?
It's about time for me to get on. My wife wants me to get home. Yeah, I'm just so sad about Jackson. He's such a good
Yeah.
friend.
He was a great person. You know, he had a true heart of gold.
Anyway,
He will
yeah.
be
So
missed.
I'll see you guys at the Prospero house maybe on Monday. I'll be there Monday morning if you'd like to come by and talk. I'll show you the
Sounds like a
paper. I've got some stuff that I can brief you on.
Sure. We'll be there early Monday morning. What time? 9?
Will
8?
breakfast be provided?
Excellent. Breakfast
If
will
you're
not be
asking for
provided,
that.
Mr. Alejandro. Especially for
Emerson's
someone
going to,
with such a bang in their head, such as you.
Oh my god.
Emerson's going to like elbow Bessie like a little rib and be like, "Hey, I wonder if he wrote anything about you in his books, eh? Like eyebrow.
Oh.
I don't say anything, but you can tell that my face kind of like is thinking about it.
Wink, wink.
Well, you better hope he did, because if he didn't, it's going to be kind of a letdown.
Awkward.
Yeah.
He's given like he's looking at everybody else, but he doesn't really look towards Alejandro. And he kind of says, "Well, good day, everyone, and I'll see you on Monday."
See you Monday.
Specifically avoided looking at me when he said it.
Oh yeah, 100%. He was
Turned his
100%
head.
like,
Rude to him.
That's it.
yeah, he like
Well-
turned his head and stood between you and the rest of the people so that like you were on his side, and he
I was
talked to
trying
them
to
and
help
they left.
him see more clearly. I think what's happening is those eyebrows are what's shading his vision, and he
Mhm.
probably doesn't even need the glasses. Is what I think. I was trying to be helpful.
I don't take
All right,
it
maybe we'll
as
start.
such.
We'll start ignoring him too. So Jonah, we'll meet Jonah in the morning before we
He-
go see Carlton.
He says, "Indeed, it's been great seeing you guys and or meeting you, and I'll see you on Monday." And he kind of like he nods and dashes off.
Dashes him?
Dashes, yeah, as fast as he can.
What goes for a dash? Yeah.
There's a trumpet play in the background.
No.
Wam, bada, bada, bum, bada.
No. Okay, so he dashes off, and the sort of the rest of the people here at the funeral kind of dissipate in the area and kind of disappear. It's just you guys standing at the funeral.
There was no body, right?
Yeah, there was body. Yeah, it was in the
Emerson pays his respect.
casket.
Omar,
Yeah.
Bless you.
The casket's closed, but it's like it's in the hole, but not all the way. You know how they like have it strapped and like sitting on top of the hole? It's not lowered down or
Not
anything,
a
but it's kind of
closed casket funeral.
Just
Yeah,
the
it
dead.
is
Omar.
closed casket. Yeah.
Omar sitting next to the 70-year-old with this face of defeat. Innocent.
Mhm.
Okay.
So next to the 70-year-old.
Yeah.
Can't win them all, man.
Sometimes you got to take the wins and the losses when they come.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So funeral's over. You guys kind of go back home. It is Saturday night. You guys
Saturday night.
Yeah. you guys get a bite to eat. You kind of pass out. You wake up in the morning. I assume you guys all have breakfast, get on the train together, and head off to Massachusetts to see.
I believe that is a safe assumption, unless Mr. Alexandro decides that he's going to try and hijack the train and drive it for some reason.
No, he's probably going to use a new technique to sleep.
Yeah.
I'll get us there faster, guys. I can handle this. I got this.
I got
Emerson
this.
More milk.
My God, man! You started that in Peru, and you just keep it going.
It's the shtick.
It's what you stick about. Okay.
Okay,
guys...
so the only reason we're going is because we found this handbill. But other than that, we just know that he's an expert on cults in Polynesia and the Southwest Pacific. So I hope, Ezekiel, you come with your questions, because you're our expert on these matters.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
No pressure.
Yeah, he's like, man.
I'm just
why
here
all the
munching
pressure?
on nuts. Having the munchies.
Your social life in a nutshell.
Wow.
Yeah, I've got some sunflower seeds here.
Bessie might be too.
Yeah, there's a good possibility.
I'm sorry, I was helping my mom. Bessie, what?
She's also munching on
Might
nuts?
know about these cults.
Oh.
Oh,
Being so you're so close to Jackson, he might have shared a lot of information with you about it.
I think I do
Nah.
remember
They only shared saliva.
discussing
Gross.
some things one day after we had a little bit liaison.
A liaison.
So
Alleged.
what did he tell me?
He didn't tell you much. I think we had said that he had talked about this Carlisle expedition and where he was thinking he was going, but he didn't have a lot of information on it at the moment, the last time that you guys had met. And then a couple times on the phone between
He's traveling
then,
so much, huh?
yeah, he was basically he had called you from a long distance location at one point, and said that he was in London, and then another time he was in Shanghai, and another time he was in Egypt, and then you got the telegram for you all to meet him in America, in New York, and that's where you're at now.
Chip too.
So you guys get on the train all together. You head up there. You pop off. By that point, it's almost lunchtime. You guys have a little bit of lunch. You're supposed to meet him at like 2 in the afternoon, 1 in the afternoon, so you can meet him and then get back to New York in time. So you guys get over to the Miskatonic University. They kind of usher you into an office. Let me see if I have. Yep. So you guys are ushered into this room that has a couple different like chairs and various places to sit. It looks like this. As you guys kind of sit on some of the chairs and whatever, and you're waiting, they tell you please wait here. And coming into the room is Anthony Cowles. Let's see where his picture is.
We were supposed to show up.
Mm-hmm.
So Professor Anthony Dimsdale Cowles comes in. He's got a ruddy complexion with a bushy red beard, and he's got kind of a booming voice. He's like, "Hello, everybody. How you doing?"
Hello, Professor Cowles. How are you?
We talked on the phone, and you were asking me questions about things. So, yeah, why are you coming all the way to Miskatonic University for me?
Oh, that's right. He's Aussie.
Well, we're very interested in the information in the slides for the Cult of the Darkness.
Oh.
The ones in Polynesia and the Southwest Pacific.
The place that
And we missed it.
the talk that I did in New York just a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. You could just repeat that entire
Wow.
talk for us.
Wow, that
The
was.
whole thing.
I'm not going to repeat the whole talk. That was 3-4
Maybe in
hours.
1.5 speed. That way we can get it quicker.
I was talking about the Polynesian in the South Pacific cult. It was very interesting. Talked about a lot of different things in there. But what about it piqued your interest?
Well, we think the cult might be here in America.
Oh, really? The cult from
About-
Polynesia?
Possibly, or a copycat.
Don't we have a picture?
ritualistic murders?
I'm gonna take my journal and I'm gonna
Don't we have
show
a picture of
the
it?
drawing of the carving.
Yeah.
Ah. Let me see. That
I mean,
is-
this looks to me this looks authentic, but I defer to your expertise.
Let me see if I have a copy of that carving. Let me see.
He points out that your drawing has a watermark on it, so
Your drawing looks rough. Well, that's oh, thank you. Has that got the oh, this is a new note. Oh wow. It just opened the note that you are typing, Citra, which is weird.
Okay.
It looks like you've been typing it for a while, but it just like popped in front of my
Yeah.
screen.
That's because I just shared it.
Oh, gotcha. That's excellent. Let me go back to the hotel chase. I think you have the image in there, if I'm not mistaken. It's hard for me to find these images. There's so many of them.
Which one are you looking for?
The one of the cult, the symbol and carved in his head.
Oh, yeah, that would be in the hotel chase.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the. There's so
Near
many
the
pictures.
top. It says Jackson has this carved on his forehead. On one line, and then the image is right below. Curious
Jackson,
knives, finding Jackson, and then identified.
There we go. Yep. Mm-hmm. Curious knives, and I see. This is the one. I wanted to share it for this stream as well as so you guys can see what it looks like. So you share
That's the one.
like a sketch drawing of this symbol that you found on
Yeah, it looks like two
his
moons
forehead.
with a sun in between them, almost.
He said,
A
"Wow,
couple of bananas with some orange peel in them.
Yeah,
that's very interesting. I've never.
it's like looking at an orange cut in half, but
Yeah,
like
exactly. With 2 bananas on the side.
the wrong way.
Yeah, I've never seen anything quite like that. In fact, the cult that I was talking about in my presentation was more a cult of the sand bat. It used to it was something that they kind of worshipped the sand bat and produced and they did sacrifices to summon their bat god. Victims were tortured and the bat teeth coated. They had clubs with bat teeth in them with poison, and they used to they used to sacrifice people to bring the sand bats. It was quite
Were
disgusting.
they called the Cielago?
Cielago? No.
Yeah, the sand bat, right?
Yes, the sand bat.
Cielago.
No.
I get to
No, I
reference.
don't
lean
know that.
towards-
Sorry. What
It's called the
was doing-
sand bat
let me
god?
I lean towards Alejandro and said, "Do you understand the fucking word this guy's saying?"
almost never.
Listen, when they would I'll give you a little background about the talk, maybe a little short thing. When they used to do sacrifices, the cult leaders believed that by sacrificing people and wiping their blood around them, that they would turn into bat-winged snakes. And everybody thinks the cult has been extinct for a long time, but yeah, it seems I don't think that they have been extinct, to be honest with you.
The cult or the bats?
Yeah, who turns into bat sweets?
Well, of course the bats are still there. My good man.
But what would they be doing in New York, man? I don't understand. What
New
are they doing
York?
over here?
No, he says he's never seen this symbol that's been carved on the forehead before. He
Yeah,
teaches mostly about the sandbat cult.
Yep. Yeah, he's never seen
So-
the symbol.
So we got the wrong guys. Is that what we're talking about? What we're doing here, man?
Yeah. So, because we found this handbill on top of the cultists who might have killed our friend.
How? Well, who was your friend?
You might know him possibly as Jackson Elias,
Wow.
who
Do you have
wrote
a-
about
do you have-
cults, so
Do you have
maybe
a
you are
picture?
familiar with him.
Oh, right. Yeah, maybe I do remember an author that had come and talked to me at my presentation, and he had he had some information about a Carlisle expedition, which apparently he said had some kind of connection to my bat cult, and I didn't see the connection myself.
What did he say the connection was?
Well, I kind of pushed him or brushed him off, and I wasn't really paying him much attention because I didn't think that what he was saying was right.
But what did he say? He's dead now. He can't tell us, and we're very curious because there may be a connection, and we would like to check it out.
Well, I'll show you this here. There was an author, another author. God, can't even speak. Named Arthur McWhirr, and I'll show Jackson. He was very interested in this overexposed photo that I had about some monoliths that I believe that the cult of the bat used to do their all of their rituals on and sacrificing humans. And apparently, Mr. Jackson wanted to get to Mr. McWhirr's diary. And that diary might have had some accounts of his expedition in the bat cult. But I haven't actually seen that diary myself.
The Mr. Mi'kmaq? Is that what you said?
No, Arthur McWhirr. I'll
The
type it
author.
out. I'll type it out on the chat.
On the chat.
He doesn't say that, but the DM does.
So, would you have any idea where this diary might be then?
Well, I would guess that it's probably somewhere in Australia. I could hook you up with a colleague of mine that might have more information, if you'd like.
Well, if you're not going to go and get it for us, I guess.
Well, I haven't been back to Australia in quite some time. I'm not planning on it anytime soon. And so, yeah, that would be your problem, my good man.
All right. So, who can we talk to in Australia?
Hold on one second. So he draws up a piece of paper that says that you guys are interested in the sandbat, and he signs it with his name. And his he writes at the top to Mr. Robert McKenzie, Sydney, Australia, with an address, and signs that and kind of closes it up, puts it in an envelope, puts a little wax seal on it, puts his wax seal on it, and in the front of it writes his name, Robert McKenzie, and hands it to Virginia.
Well,
So if
thank you very much.
If you want to put that a letter of introduction to Robert McKenzie in your inventory, Virginia.
Okay. See. A letter of
I really wish I could help you guys with more than just that, but that's all the information I have. Unless you're more interested in Polynesian and South Pacific specific cult information.
Sure. Do they have any symbols related to them in case we come across them in our travels?
He says,
identify
"Oh yes."
them
He
with
shows
symbol?
you. He shows you a handful of all kinds of different symbols and things and carvings that are both on that photograph, and other things of like a bat, and one that looks like, it almost looks like Batman, kind of like just an outline of a bat. Some of them look like bats on fire. Some of them look like normal bats. He shows you like pictures that he's taken on a cave of like some bats. And when you're looking at all this, why don't you all roll? Let's see, archaeology. Do an archaeology roll.
All of us?
Yeah, you can all roll one. I know. I don't think anybody has a good archaeology skill, but
I do.
I have
nice.
bat science.
Very nice. You do not have bat science.
Let's see.
Ouch.
Archaeology.
Ezekiel does have a really good one, but he rolled bad.
And if we succeed on it, we mark it, right?
Only if you succeed. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Virginia might be close enough.
Yeah, but she'd have to spend 5.
I failed.
Yeah, but
Ezekiel
did
passed.
pass. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did he? Oh, wow.
Yeah, I
don't know
did.
why. I saw that you rolled an 81 and you needed a 76, not the other way around. That was
I hate
had-
it when that happens to me.
I had
It's so
number
awkward.
number dyslexia there or something. That was very strange. Okay, yeah. So Ezekiel, you're looking at these photos that he's showing you, and it's clear that some of the photos look like maybe it's earlier than, something that would be ancient and of a cult. Maybe it could have been kids writing something on a cave wall or so. Like you're like, it looks like this guy might be in at least, a third of the photos that he has. He's trying to connect dots that aren't really there.
Okay.
And you kind of feel that after you're watching the watching the various pictures that he's showing you guys. He's very excited, and if you guys stay there and keep hanging out, he just keeps talking and showing you more and pulling out more references to the Bat Cult. And
I actually do stay and listen intently.
awesome. So you guys are sitting there like talking, and then
We're going to miss our train. See you later.
yeah, you might miss it. This woman kind of pokes her head in and goes, Mr. Cowles, you have another appointment, and he's like, oh, yes. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so it was great meeting you all, and yeah, I get really excited about these cults and all. I really love bats, as you can see, and yeah, I hope to meet you guys someday. Maybe in Australia we could go looking for bat cults together if you're over there. I should be going back
on the Barbie.
Yeah. Oh, I
Well,
love
the pleasure
you.
was ours. Thank you so much for taking the time to show us what you know about this
Excellent.
Bat Cult.
Yeah, he shakes
And
all
thank
your
you
hands.
for sharing so much knowledge with me. I really appreciate it.
Oh,
And do you have $5 for gas?
He's he
Oh.
was dropped as a kid, so don't pay
Yeah.
attention to him.
He goes,
Yeah,
you
don't worry
know,
about this one.
I kind of see the little bump on his head. I understand.
And you know,
I have friends just like him.
I'm kind of with Alejandro on this one. I mean, we drove all the way here for nothing.
No, we didn't.
Well,
No, we didn't.
have a-
We
we have a
actually
need.
got some valuable information for sure.
and
Because-
we
introduction.
saw a lot of
I
bat
learned a
pictures.
lot.
So,
and I-
why don't you?
Well, you know,
In fact,
Omar's still a
We
little
learned so
sensitive for
much. We
striking.
should roll for skill.
Bessie,
We should
roll a
gain some
charm.
skill.
You
As
know,
tell him,
Omar.
thank you very
Omar's
much.
It's a little sensitive because he struck out earlier. So it's
Yeah. Or maybe
Oh.
you can't really understand the accent. Like
Ooh.
my mom can't understand British accents, and it's fucking hilarious. She can't watch Harry Potter. She doesn't understand what anybody's saying.
Huh.
So he says, "Listen, I'm going to give you a handout of some information from what I have from the diary. So hold on one second while the DM looks that up. I'm going to send you the
What
high
wall?
res versions. Yeah, 15.
The DM, would that be your direct manager? Your
Domestic mascot,
your diligent
mastiff. Whoa, my dude.
Oh yeah. Then he also gives you
Oh, I gotta put this in my stuff.
this
My
one.
stuff, I mean inventory, for those of you that have a weird.
Wow.
What's the
Weird
other
what?
interpretation of stuff?
Yeah.
So as you can, if you look through this, it'll talk about the bat cult and how it existed, the Aboriginal people of Australia. That there once was a god that would appear and conquer all men. Sacrifices were run through a gauntlet of worshippers who struck the victims with clubs. That's with the teeth of the bats. Leaders of the cult could take the forms of bat-winged snakes, enabling them to steal sacrifices from across the land. There was a Aboriginal song cycle that mentions a place where enormous beings gathered somewhere in the west of Australia. The songs also said that these gods, who were not like men, built great sleeping walls and dug great caves. There's also a set of 4 overexposed glass sides. Each shows a few sweating men standing beside enormous blocks of stone, pit, eroded, dressed, formed of architecture and purposes, dim carvings, and decorated a little bit. Billows of sand are all over the place. So basically, Bessie says, thank you so much for the information. And he kind of gives you like a few of his notes that he has copies of. And you're able to discern this information from those notes from his talk. So this is sort of the summarization of his like 4-day talk. And you can see that on day 1, he talked about these things. On 2, he talked about this. On 3, he talked about the overexposed glass and all the different things and the death of the victims and how he got proof that there was some sacrifices. And on number 4, he tells the collection of the Afara Sea in northern Australia, where the father of all bats had battled wits with the rainbow snake, and the deification of water and the patron of life. Rainbow snake succeeded in tricking and trapping sand bats, and his clan in the depths of the watery
Bless
place
you.
from which sand bats can only complain and is unable to return.
Thank you so much for this. I truly appreciate it. This is fascinating information.
He goes, "Wow, I'm glad you really liked it." He shakes everybody's hand, but he shakes Bessie's hand just a little bit extra and kind of like kisses her like hand, and he says, "It was a pleasure meeting you, and I hope you'll have a great day." And he kind of like
Thank you.
dashes out as the lady is like holding the door open now and like, come on, Mr. Cowles, we got things to do. And he dashes out. So you guys cuddle up.
Yes.
you don't
I call
cuddle
Big
up.
Spoon.
You
I call Big
Rude
Spoon.
hug.
you huddle
Yeah,
up.
it's real chilly out here.
Huddle up. Jesus,
I'm a
man.
Big Spoon.
Yeah. I'm a spoon. And
Is that a
you
big
guys
spoon in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
You guys get back on the train and you head back to town. I don't know if you guys want to talk over anything that you heard. Otherwise, I'll just keep going.
Sure.
So you
Sure
guys,
talk or sure keep going.
Sure,
yeah,
keep going.
So
yeah,
we're going back to New York now, right?
yeah. You're heading back to New York. By the time you guys get back, You sat there and talked with him for a few hours, so it's like really late Sunday night by the time you guys get back. You like scarf down something for dinner and you pass out. You wake up the next day. It's bright and early. It's Monday morning. You guys have breakfast and coffee, and what are you going to do now?
We have to go see Jonah, because he's got letters about the Carlisle expedition from Bessie's previous beloved.
This is Saturday or Sunday?
This is now
Monday now.
Monday. We've
And
got to get to that office for the reading of the will.
Yeah, you do have that as well.
That is true.
Yep.
In the afternoon.
Yeah, I think that's the afternoon. Yep.
Were we planning
But,
on mailing this letter to Australia though? Because I mean, or were we planning on going?
No, we're
to
gonna go
Australia?
in person. We're gonna go in person. This is the letter of introduction that we give to Robert Mackenzie when we get there.
Well, that's not,
That
okay.
so he'll know that we were sent there by Professor Callis.
Yeah, I think back then it was very difficult. I mean, you could call across seas, but like trying to leave somebody messages or find someone was really difficult. So you probably, if you got to go find somebody, especially in Australia, that's quite a ways away. You're gonna have to go there if you actually want to talk to that person.
Yeah. So there are 4 things that we want to do still in New York. 2 of them we have scheduled for Monday. One is to go see Jonah in the morning. The second is for the reading of the will afterwards. Then we want to go visit the Juju house in Harlem, and then we want to go to northern New York to go talk to Hilton Adams.
I don't know about this going to Australia, man. I mean, they have these Aborigines there that I don't know, man.
Worse yet, they have chupacabra.
No.
That's in the Caribbean.
Chupacabras.
You love the chupacabra, man.
I just like hearing them say it.
Yeah, with the chupacabras.
Whoa, there's the chupacabra.
Bless you.
There's the
Just a little
chupacabra.
Not like the chupacabra.
Man,
no,
that
it's
dog
crazy.
went wild, man. He was like, I'm not having this.
Like chupacabras.
That was wild.
Yeah.
I think somebody was fighting or something.
My God, that's just they wrestle.
They wrestle. Yeah. Mine don't do the same thing. They generally don't do it in my room, which is good. All right.
Well,
so
I would like to go see Jonah. He had
Let's
some
go
very
see
pretty
Jonah.
curly
first
hair.
thing in the morning.
And I'm interested to find out what's on the book.
What's in the book?
What's in the book? All right. Now you got me singing it. Let's see. Jonah, I will pull him up so that we can see his cute little face. I think you guys probably still have him, but I'll bring him to the front.
I don't know.
I'm gonna tell Bessie he might know more than he's letting on. So
Sideburns that does it for me.
Yeah, it's the sideburns. Yeah, he does have some. He does some pretty epic sideburns.
And
Yeah,
and
but don't
the
miss
Harry
on-
Potter, the Harry Potter.
Don't miss on
glasses.
the eyebrows though.
Yeah, his eyebrows are quite bushy. Yeah,
They
he's-
Harry
almost blend straight into his sideburns, which would be perfect if they did.
if he just had one big bush. Yeah, that would be
Alexandro, do I sense some jealousy?
I think so.
Wow. Yeah, maybe a little. I hope to one day grow eyebrows in this fashion. That way, if I ever go bald, I can just comb them straight back over my head. Nobody will know the difference.
That's amazing. Okay, so you guys show up at the Prospero house. The front door is open. You walk in. It seems like there's only one. There's a secretary and maybe a couple of different offices. It's a relatively small, like, publishing house that does small authors. So there's probably 3 different people in the office that handle things. So you see 2 other name plaques of somebody's name, and then you see the Jonah Kensington plaque, and the secretary kind of leads you into Jonah's office, and he goes, "Well, hello there, everybody. Come on in. Have a seat."
Thank you.
I'll just sit on this pile of mess right here.
I'll just sit on this.
in-
I'll just sit on the documents that are on the far corner.
yeah, sort of in front of his desk.
Plan my butt cheeks into this unimportant work.
In front of his desk has, there's probably 5 or 6 different chairs in the corner or against the wall, and one sitting in front of the desk. So there's sort of enough chairs that you guys can pull one out and sit on it, or you can stand, either one. And he says, it's really nice to see you guys outside of the funeral. Been thinking about my friend, and yeah. Well, you guys wanted to see. Let's see. We wanted to talk about the Carlisle expedition. Yeah, I have a hard time not doing the Australian accent for some reason. Like it's stuck in my
autopilot.
I did. Yeah. I just kept going for it. Yeah. So he goes, let me see. Let me look around. So he's fiddling through a bunch of the papers. He's getting lost and all this stuff. And he pulls out this piece of paper. Let's see. Where's the high-res handouts? I want to give you guys. It'd be easier to give you the low-res handouts, but the high-res are like much better, and it's hard to read this handwriting. This Jackson Elias's handwriting was horrible. So he says, "This is a letter that he sent to me." Yeah, this is you need the high-res to be able to read it. This is the letter that he sent to me in August of 1924 from Nairobi. It says, "Dear Jonah, big news. There's a possibility that not all of the members of the Carlisle expedition died. I have a lead. Through the authorities here, though the authorities here deny the cult angle, the shit. Can you guys understand what that means?" The something sing. Oh, the natives sing a different tune.
The native.
Yeah, the natives sing a different
tune. You
wouldn't believe the stories. Yep.
Some juicy
notes
believe
coming
your way.
Juicy notes coming way.
Yep. This one may make us all rich. Blood and kisses, Jay.
Blood and oh my god, Bessie! He was a freaking player.
That is Bessie's type of person.
Yeah, really.
He was a player.
Yeah.
I can see what you liked in him, Bessie.
Mm-hmm.
Or what you saw in him.
So he was into Jonah.
I don't know, but
He, cultural thing,
Jonah kind of laughs and he says, "Well, Jackson used to be kind of weird like that. He used to always sign his letters to me with silly things about what he's finding, either by the cults or by whatever. Jonah. He's a silly guy. I'm sorry, Jackson. Jonah. I'm Jonah."
It looks like you're getting a little
confused.
It looks like you're getting a little nervous.
The alcohol is kicking
Jonah.
in. Yeah. Yeah, well, there was another letter that he sent me. Let me see. This letter was the next one that he sent me. So he sends you guys this one, which is quite a letter.
Oh, damn.
Yes.
Ooh.
And he sent me this, it was a wire while he was in Hong Kong. And set one of Nairobi notes sets forth the offices, officials, and tribes which Elias has visited, searching for material concerning the cults and the cult rituals. Elias mentions Roger Cornine, the colonial undersecretary of the Internal Affairs. However, he notes that nothing conclusive was learned. Elias discounts the official version of the Carlisle massacre. Set 2 describes his trip to the massacre of the site. So this is probably a summary of the different notes and things that that Jackson had actually sent. And then set 2, so he sent a set of papers. The first set was for the officials and the tribes, and he thinks he discounts that. The second trip was the massacre site, and he knows particularly that there were the earth was completely barren, and the tribes of the region avoid the place, saying that it's cursed by the god of the black wind. Set 3 is an interview with Joanstone Kenyatta, who say that the Carlisle murders may have been performed by the cult of the bloody tongue. He says that the cult is repeatedly based in the mountains, and The High Priestess is part of the Mountain of the Black Wind. Elias is politely skeptical, but Kenyatta insists upon the point. In quotes, Elias records that regional tribes fear the hate the Bloody Tongue, that tribal magic is of no protection against the cult, and that the cult's god is not of Africa. Set 4 follows up the Kenyatta interview, with Elias confirming from several good sources that the Bloody Tongue exists, though he finds no first-hand evidence of it. Tales include children stolen for sacrifice, and creatures with great wings are said to have come from the Mountain of the Black Wind to carry people off. The cult worships a god unknown to folklorists, one fitting no traditional African pattern. Elias lists Sam Mariga Railway Station, Neville, Jeremy, Dr. Sterrett, Lieutenant Selrick, and Colonel Endicott as people his question. Set 5 is a single sheet reminding Elias that the Cairo-based portion of the Carlisle itinerary must be examined carefully. He believes the reason why has prompted Carlisle's Kenyan side trip. Set 6 of the documentation that Jonah has, as you guys are kind of sitting there reading with him, is a long interview with Lieutenant Mark Selker, a leader of the men who actually found the remains of the Carlisle expedition. Importantly, he says that the bodies were remarkably undecayed for the length of time for which they lay in the open, almost as if decay itself wouldn't come near the place. Secondly, the victims had been torn apart as if by animals, though what sort of animals would pull apart bodies so systematically he could not guess. Unimaginable, inexplicable. Selkirk also believes that the Nandis may have had something to do with the episode, but suspect that the charge against them, the ringleaders, was trumped up. It would not be the first time, he says cynically. Finally, he confirms that no Caucasians were found among the dead. Only the corpses of Kenyan bearers were scattered across the barren plain, despite what was claimed at the inquest. So, in other words, instead of it, they basically said that the Carlisle expedition had died there, but there was no white people, Caucasian dead parts among the corpses and the parts of the ripped apart bodies. Set 7 is another single sheet where Elias ran into Nelson at the Victoria Bar in Nairobi. Nelson had been the mercenary for the Italians in the Abasian border and had escaped into Kenya after double-crossing his employers. He claimed that Jack Brady, one of the people that was on the trip, was alive in Hong Kong. Less than 2 years before, Elias was in Kenya, and long after Kenyan courts declared that Brady and the rest of the expedition were dead. Brady was friendly, though guarded, and taciturn. I don't know what the hell that word is.
Taciturn.
Taciturn? Yeah, I've never heard that word before.
It's like expressionless.
Oh, learn something new every day. Nelson didn't provide conversation. This report only strengthened Elias' belief that the principal members of the expedition might be still alive. Set 8 discusses a possible structure for the Carlisle book, but it mostly featureless, and entries like tell what happened and explain why. So it looks like some of the additional documentation that he sent was not completely filled out. And he says, well, and he's kind of looking through his papers, and he goes, yeah, I think that's about all that Elias sent.
I hope you got all of that
He
sidetrack.
never sent any other letters? Maybe speaking of someone that he had met?
Oh my god.
He might have sent some other papers, but yeah, I talked about that. He kind of starts shuffling through the papers, and he's looking through stuff. Why don't you roll a charm
Dream
roll?
on roll.
What, charm roll?
Yeah. Or a persuade. You could do either one.
I'm just saying.
Oh, wow.
This...
Make sure you check your charm, because this is the second time you've done it. It's not check that you succeeded on that one. He says, Miss Bessie, let me tell you something. You know how to persuade someone. And he starts fiddling through the papers, and he says, towards the end, he started to send in the last few weeks some very strange strange documents my way, and I didn't want to release this information or talk to anybody about it, but because you guys are close friends and you won't release this to the press, I don't know if he was going crazy or if he was just or what was happening, but yeah, he was. I think Jackson was in trouble. I knew he was in trouble before he was murdered. Oh, it's so hard to think about. Anyway, the last letter that I have from him, he sent this. So you guys, if you try to read that, it's very hard.
Many names.
I'll read it because they actually have it written. Many names, many forms, but all the same, and one toward one end. Need help. Too big, too ghastly. These dreams like Carlyle's. Check that psychopath's files. All of them survived. They'll open the gate.
All of them survived. That wasn't a question.
No, it was an exclamation point. Yeah, all of them. And then he says they'll open the gate. Why? So the power and the danger is real. Many threads beginning. The books are in Carlyle's safe, coming for me. Will the ocean protect? Ho, ho, no quitters now. Must tell and make readers believe. Should I scream for them? Let's scream together.
Jesus.
Okay. Well, I dodged a bullet.
Effectively, you did.
This doesn't sound like Jackson, man. I don't know. This.
Yeah. Well, you guys know Jackson, and that definitely does not sound like your friend. So.
No, he was definitely starting to unravel.
Are you sure this is from him? It's just. Can we compare the handwriting?
Yeah. If you
look at the other ones,
if you look at the other letter, it's pretty. Yeah, it's if you compare it with the other letters that I sent just now.
Yeah, I
grabbed
both and I start.
Yeah, it is
comparing
definitely
them a bit incredulous.
Yeah. Incredulous. Yeah, it's
that's
definitely
what
his.
I was trying to say. Thank you.
Yeah. It's definitely his handwriting. Yeah.
So they're all alive, and they want to open the gate.
Yeah, I wonder if I can. You know what I'll do is I will put the copy of that text because it's very hard to read in our Discord channel underneath the Mon Clues. You guys can read that at any time that you'd like. And he says, listen, take these papers with you if you want. I have copies.
At your leisure.
Yeah, I have copies. Yeah.
So we gotta find books in Carlyle's safe. Where is Carlyle's safe? Do you know?
No, I have no idea. I was reading that and I was wondering if he was going a little bit nutty. Maybe too much traveling. Maybe I have no idea, my dear. I'm just so sad.
And what about these psychoanalyst files? Is that what it says? Psychoanalyst files.
Analysis?
Check that psychoanalysis files. All of them survived.
Check that psychoanalysis files. Yeah. I have no idea.
Okay.
I thought he was going crazy. I didn't even pay much attention to it. I read it and thought it was the talk of a madman. Maybe he started to lose it right before he went. You know, sometimes crazy people are geniuses. Sometimes geniuses are crazy people. Maybe he stumbled into something he shouldn't have stumbled into.
Indeed.
That always sounds
Clearly he did.
I'm so sorry that we had to lose our friend over this. I'm glad that you guys are looking into this and hoping to find more information. I will say that I don't know where the Carlyle safe is, but there is a Carlyle that took over the Carlyle's fortune when and that was what was her name? Oh my God, what was her name? Erica, I think is her name. That's the sister of the Carlyle that was lost in the expedition.
So Erica Carlyle took over.
What was his name? Roger?
Carlyle's fortune.
Yeah. In fact, Roger was the lead, was the holder of the Carlisle fortune and was running the company until he disappeared. And as soon as he was found dead in the massacre in Nairobi, Erica took over.
And where does she reside?
Well, probably at her house.
Very helpful there. Thank you.
And it's in New York, if you didn't know. That's where Roger was from as well. That's where the
Okay.
Carlyles are. That's where their fortune is. I didn't know that you know that. Sorry, sir. But, you know, with the bump on your head, I wasn't sure if you were remembering properly or not.
That was great.
Yeah. Just rolling right into that.
Yeah.
Walk right into it.
Keeping with the theme. And he says, if you ever want to talk to Mrs. Carlisle, that's gonna be a challenge.
She doesn't speak.
Well, it's sort of like, I guess from a DM's perspective, it would be like if you wanted to go talk to Bill Gates. Like, can you just go talk to Bill Gates?
Oh, there's a process.
Yeah, like Erica Carlisle is like this. She's the head of a huge fortune of their family business, and yeah, she's very busy and very, very rich, and definitely does not talk to a lot of people.
Yeah.
She
Well,
might
very
be
good
interested
then.
in my antiques, though, so that could be an in. You know, you never
Possibly.
Omar checks his archives to see if he has any compromising pictures of anybody in that family that he uses leverage.
No, you do not. And he says they made most of their fortune in lumber and textiles, but they made most of their money during the American Civil War, selling textiles to the army and lumber to the cannon makers and to the gun makers that helped fund and allow for the Civil War to happen. And it's quite a large empire, to be honest with you. And if you wanted to talk to her, you probably should go through one of her handlers or try and get in touch with her a different way than going direct. I guarantee you won't be able to talk to her directly. She does have a counselor that maybe you can talk to. His name is Bradley Gray.
All right, let's go meet Bradley. Guys.
I'm gonna let you guys talk for a moment, and I'm
Okay.
gonna go hit the bathroom. And if you guys anybody wants to take a bio break, I think now is a good time. I gotta go to the bathroom and fill up my drink. And I'll
And
be
check
right
on
back.
the mother.
Yep.
Mother says hi, said he'll.
Mother.
Tell Mother we all say hi.
Yeah, tell her I said hi too.
will.
So you guys finished talking to him and you leave, and it's by that point it's like lunchtime, so you guys go have lunch, and then it's time to go to the funeral. And yeah, there's
Wait, the funeral.
That's-
I'm walking here.
that's Alejandro standing in front of a car, and he's like, "What? The what?" And
Yeah, not the funeral, the reading of the
of the will. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
With Colton Ramsey.
I think you've just been drinking too much, Alejandro. That's
You said you were going to the funeral.
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, guys,
No,
you're
no,
supposed to
Alejandro-
help screw with Alejandro.
Dude, what happened with the gaslighting, dude?
Yeah,
exactly.
we need to gaslight him, not him gaslighting us.
Right. I
Come on.
forgot.
Come on, guys. We all need to form up against
Get
him.
the same page.
Yeah, I'm missing my phone.
You got the notes ahead of time, didn't you?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Let's see. We will show Carlton Ramsey. And we will do the. You guys show up at Ramsey's place.
Nice.
Ramsey's place, and there's like this big, nice, luxurious like office with leather seats, leather on the walls, and in some places a very nice lawyer's place. And Carlton Ramsey says, "Well, hello guys, come on in, have a seat. We'll get this thing started. Virginia, nice to see you. Omar, Ezekiel, wonderful.
Carl, Mr. Ramsey?
Mr. Emerson, you are as shiny as ever."
I polished my head this morning.
It's quite lovely, I must say. Bessie, nice to see you. And,
Nice to see you.
Alejandro, it's always good to see the dent.
That's Ben.
Have a seat.
He's known as the Dent now, guys.
He's just the dent.
Oh my god.
He's the dent. So he kind of issues you guys to sit, and he's kind of sullen while he's talking, and he says, I have something from our friend Jackson Elias that I'm gonna read aloud. And he kind of hands you guys this paper. This is also in his handwriting, which, geez, man, help me with this one. Greetings from beyond the grave. By now, you know that all I've really left you is a whole heap of trouble. If I were still around to have an opinion on the matter, I would understand if you decided to walk away from all of this. Hell, if I am dead right now, that's a good indication I should have done the same. But you know me too well, and I know you too well. If you were the kind of person who always did this sensible thing, we wouldn't be such friends. Right, Alejandro? You have been there when I needed you in the past, and I hope you will again, even if it's too late to save me. I've been pulling threads all over the world, and while most of them are still unraveling, I think I'm onto something big. Carlton and Jonah can fill you in more on the details for you. I've left some of my papers and notes with them, which should help you work out which hornet's nests you should poke next. I trust you to bring the killers to justice. Of course, I'm assuming I was murdered. It will be just plain embarrassing if I was ran over by a trolley car. Follow my investigation to its bloody end and seek out the truth. I'm not asking you to finish my book. None of you can write worth a damn. Your friend always, Jackson.
No.
He reached out from beyond the grave and smacked you guys.
Wow.
And he's like, have some of that.
These sucks, man. I thought I was gonna be able to buy
Great guy, your chap, Bessie.
But you know how he is. He also kind of messed with you guys a little bit in Peru and up here, and so yeah, it's it is what it is. He is that kind of guy. So Carlton kind of whips out the will and starts to read through it, and it's sort of Jackson's final wishes of where things should go. And you can see also, I don't know that I have her in here, but his niece is also here. I forget his niece's name. I don't think I have it in the reading of the will either. Let me see. Does it say who? No, it does not. So maybe she's not there because she can't be there, but Carlton says that most of his property and his effects, personal things, would go to his niece. And Carlton Ramsey, which is the person that you're here, has power of attorney over his estate. And Elias had told Carlton Ramsey through the will to liquidate his estate and manage the fund created from those assets. If I'm not mistaken, basically he goes through more of the documentation and says that when you guys got done with the pyramid and you guys all kind of headed back to town, Jackson Elias funded a return to that temple and cleaned out all the gold and all the assets and all the things that were worth something, and also had like an archaeological dig going on, and documented a bunch of stuff. So he made hundreds of thousands of dollars, which back in those days would be millions now, and basically has now had instructed that Carlton Ramsey put that in a trust. And the fun details is that he wants to support you guys if you continue the investigation into the Carlisle expedition. And he's going to, if you do continue to do the Carlisle expedition, he will fund all expenses, including travel, accommodation, equipments, legal fees, medical expenses related to the investigation. Ramsey, and he kind of points at himself, says that I am the one that's nominated to handle the disbursements of the funds whenever you guys need them. Alejandro, you were not very nice to Mr. Ramsey.
No set of stogies. That's what I want, man.
Oh, he says, of course, Omar. There's even a stipulation in here that you're going to get a couple of really good ones from Cuba.
Wonderful.
Oh, that's right, because they were in illegal den.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah, and he says, yeah. So he says, if you all get receipts from whatever you're doing and bring it back to me, I will be sure that your expenses are paid promptly, and that you won't have to deal with anything as long as you continue with the Carlisle expedition and seeking out a solution to the problem that Jackson had unearthed. Jackson had visited me the day before his death, and he didn't explicitly say that he was fearing for his life, but he was preparing for the worst. He gave me these paperworks, and I was like, listen, everything will be fine. And he was very nervous. So it's clear that he was pulling some threads that he knew something bad was going to happen. And yeah, that's when he left me this note the day before he died, as well as this will being updated to put you all as beneficiaries for whatever may come next. Do you all have anything to say about Mr. Jackson or about anything here?
Miss him so much.
He said
he hugs.
He said he left
goes
some
over and hugs,
information with you.
Emerson. He said yes. The only thing he left with me was this paper. Let me see. Yeah, it was just this paper. Does it say? Let me see. What else does it say? Whose name does it say on it? I'm trying to read now I'm trying to read back. It says, because he does say in that. Bloody Cult, my book, follow. Osmar be the first. Threads for watching. Something by Carlton and Jonah. I'm something big. Carlton and Jonah can fill you in on more details for gratitude. Yeah, so Jonah was the one that you guys have already talked to, and that's where most of the information was.
Yes.
Was in that Jonah.
Okay, but does Mr. Carlton have any more information for us?
The only thing he has is he has the will and sort of like what he does say that if that he's got a bunch of friends of Mr. Jackson's, that if any of you need help, he would be happy to call upon them. Outside of Carlton Ramsey saying anything, basically what that means is if any of your characters die, there's plenty of other ones that can step in.
Wow.
Hint, Omar.
What? I don't know. What do we gotta say?
Why
things like
Omar?
this?
Yeah, why Omar?
I don't know.
Alejandro's like, of course, Omar. Maybe it's Emerson.
I don't know. I think Alexandro and maybe Omar are the most susceptible. But then me and Bessie might be too. It's all
I've
about,
had-
you know,
I've had a
charming
few
and
close
barking up the
calls.
wrong tree.
Mm-hmm. He says, indeed, I think Jackson was barking up the wrong tree, and then something happened. It's really horrible. Anyway, yeah. So I guess you guys just bring me some receipts if you have them, and I'll be happy to pay them. And I think our information here is concluded. He shakes each one of your hands and says, just, you know, if you're going to buy anything or do anything, please check with me first, and then make sure you have receipts, and I will be happy to reimburse you.
Emerson pulls out his briefcase and slaps down a bunch of receipts that he's kept from the last couple of
Oh my god!
hotel stays
Yeah.
and stuff. It's like, wow, that's
I was thinking about that
dude.
too.
He put them on the table.
Yeah, I mean,
I trust I can leave these
sure,
with
we
you
were
then?
just in Massachusetts.
Yep.
Yeah, we've been
Oh.
traveling and all this stuff.
Yeah. Emerson, yeah.
Train tickets and all that. Yeah, it's a good one.
Dinner
So
meals.
why don't you roll a luck roll, Emerson? Since you're the one that brought it up. Jesus.
Oh.
You know, I have never failed a luck roll when rolling to get new luck.
But
And this is the first time that I failed a luck
whenever
roll
you need to
when I
roll
need
luck.
to pad.
Yes, and there's no way, and you can't use luck to roll a luck roll, but yeah.
No,
Yeah, and you got a pretty high luck, relatively speaking.
because I don't use it.
So yeah, you pull out a couple receipts, and you realize that some of the receipts are they're either faded or you lost them, and you're trying to shuffle through them. And yeah, you got like $50 worth of receipts that you can hand over to them from the last few days. If you
There's
guys,
$50 nowadays.
No.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
assure you. I know it looks faded. I assure you, I'm out at least twice that.
he says no problem, and he cuts you a check for $50 and gives it to you.
No, it's at least twice that.
He said, well, if you can produce the receipts that actually show that, I will be happy to reimburse you.
I take out my receipts too then.
Roll a luck roll. I assume that from now on you guys will keep all your receipts. You didn't know to do that before. Okay, Bessie, you've got all your receipts, so you're able to get all your money back that you spent.
Alert.
Oh, nice. How much did I spend?
I was
You bought-
exactly.
You bought one
I was
Yeah.
about to
for
ask
all of us.
exactly that because
Yeah.
I was like, I have no idea how we spent money, actual money.
Yeah, you did, but like one of the things is each. If you look at your skills, you have a skill called credit rating, and so that credit rating means that you make a certain amount per month, per week, per year, and it boils down to how much you can, how much credit and money that you have. Generally, in Call of Cthulhu, it's yeah, money is. I don't know that it's an ephemeral thing, but it's not. It's not a specific thing.
Wait. You used a
It
fancy
doesn't stop
word. You gotta tell me
me
what
to
that
get back.
means. Because I'm Puerto Rican. English is my second language. You can't talk that fancy.
Yeah, so ephemeral means lasting a very short time, or sort of like
Ephemeral.
Not really completely
it's
real
not really
or
something. No, I don't know about
substantial.
real, but like
Like
it's
my
just
love
something that you
life.
you don't really worry about it too much, right?
Uh,
Especially small
Uh,
small purchases like tickets and food and hotels. Like we're not going to worry about that stuff. But if you went out to buy a car or something like super expensive, then there'd be, you know, okay, let's talk about money. So they gave you enough money that you spent back, but it doesn't count for much. Like even when I say Emerson like 50 versus 100, it's not like he's going to write $50 on his
No.
on his character sheet. It's just part of his
Role play.
yeah, it's part of role play. And when we talk about bigger money, then we'll, you know, if you go out and buy stuff, like if you're going to buy dresses and all kinds of things that are other than what you would normally do, like food and hotel and that kind of stuff, something other than normal purchases, then we'll start talking about like, okay, where did you get that money from? And now, if as long as you keep the receipts, you can get those. And if it's for the Carlisle expedition and traveling around the world, because obviously if you guys are going to go to Australia or go somewhere else, the plane tickets are going to be quite expensive.
Omar makes good money. He just drinks and smokes most of it.
Wow.
Yes.
That's
you
a lot
gotta-
of drinking.
I don't know, Omar. I think you're the lowest. Like you're the one.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
I think Omar's like the one that makes the least amount of money out of everybody.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, his
highs and
jackets are a
lows,
little bit
man.
rough, and you know.
And Bessie definitely points
He's
out.
he's
He's
a
with the
contractor.
ladies.
Yeah. But he is
Got
good
it
with the
going on
ladies,
with
yeah.
the ladies.
He does
He's
have
got
it
it
going on with the
with the
ladies, but
ladies.
he doesn't have the latest, you know, the latest outfit or anything like that.
Man.
You're like, hey man, I don't do too bad. All right, so what are you guys doing now? Let's see. You finished the funeral. I'm sorry, the reading of the will. And now you got a few more threads that are out there.
He didn't leave me a thing.
What is that?
He didn't leave me not even a memento.
No, he did not.
He was a player. I'm telling you.
We want to go to the House of Juju in Harlem.
He left you a positive
Yeah,
STD.
let's go to
Oh my god.
That's Juju house.
Give you the clap.
He left
So
you a
you
whole
guys
collection
have a whole
cheap
bunch of
crap.
other places. Definitely the Juju house is something you can go to for sure. So you guys head down there. It's sort of afternoon, like 2:00 in the afternoon, and you get to the Juju house. It takes you a while. It's in the heart of Harlem. You guys stand out quite a bit in Harlem, being that you're all Caucasian.
Hey,
Yeah,
some
I
of
mean,
us
I'm-
are brown.
Right.
Some of you
I'm
are more
from-
brown than other, but you're definitely still standing out in this neighborhood. And you get close to the to Juju house, and that's not it. Oh, there it is. Okay. And so you get up close to the Juju house, and in the front of it, you see it. When you come from the main street, you realize that you can't come from the main street. Like the address there is like a brick wall, and there's like an abandoned oh shit, what is that called? Abandoned. Let me see.
Penguin?
No. It is. Once I get to the map. Where is the map? I'm the map. I'm the map. Oh, there we go. It's an abandoned pawn shop. So beside this place on the front street, and that front street is West 138th Street, which is like a main street in, if you actually were in Harlem in New York, there is a main street called 138th Street, West 38, 138. And that main street has this big entry to like a pawn shop. But you're like, this is supposed to be the Juju house. This is the address that they gave us. But you have to go sort of around the back to West 137th Street and come up an alleyway. And when you come up that alleyway, you see this place. It says Juju House on it. It's sort of in the back alleyway behind a bunch of buildings in sort of a dirty back alley. And you see a bunch of stuff through the window, and you see a door, and you can go inside.
Some good juju.
We go inside.
Is everybody there? And everybody's going inside?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
This is very
Loves
interesting
some
and
juju.
fascinated by all the objects and wondering how much these would fetch for with some of our clients.
I'm going
Yeah,
to specifically look for a shrunken head.
Oh, okay. All right. Sounds like a good idea. Virginia, you definitely, like, on the outside, you're looking at this stuff and going, man, this stuff is like, it's definitely stuff from Africa, and it's ancient, old stuff that definitely a bunch of your clients would be very interested in.
You mean it's not from Haisha?
No. As you step inside,
This guy.
the stereo clings to you, thick with dust and unsettling silence. The room is cramped. It's about 15 by 20 feet, but every surface seems crammed with objects from another world. Devil masks, grimace faces, war drums, carved animals, dull ceremonial weapons, all haphazardly arranged. A thin film of dust rests on almost everything, giving the impression that these items have sat undisturbed for quite a long time. An oppressive feeling weighs down upon you as you come in here, as if all these eyes in all these masks are watching you.
So I don't have much business here.
Seems like a place where I'm going to get shot for some reason.
And sort of at the front of the shop, there is a there's a person sitting there and says, "Welcome, welcome." And he goes, "My name is Salias. How can I help you? Welcome to the Juju house."
Hello, Silas.
Hello,
Fine man we were coming to
Silas.
see.
Yes.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Now what can I help you with?
We were told that you were an expert on African death cult.
He kind of looks taken aback, and he says, "African death cult? I am definitely an expert on African specialties and rarities, but I don't know about death cults. I don't know anything about them."
I get really close to him, and I go to touch his face if he lets me.
He backs up, and he
That's
seems
kinda
very freaked out at you being that close. He does not let you touch him.
Wow.
I
very
asked.
It's
Forward.
like he goes, "Excuse me,
Oh, I'm
tackle
sorry.
him.
can
I
you
was
step
just wondering
back,
if
please?"
Are you wearing makeup?
No.
This is very interesting. Oh,
No.
your face
Excuse me, what?
has a very goldish hue I've never seen before.
Maybe you're just
And
wearing
then,
your
and then
yellow
you have
sunglasses.
darker areas. You have a very interesting pattern in your face.
He's black.
Yeah.
I'd like everybody to roll a spot hit. And he says, very, very nice. Thank you so much. Can you just back up? I appreciate everything. Yeah, very nice. Okay, so you guys don't spot anything.
Three regular successes.
Yeah.
We have some
No.
regular successes.
Yeah, regular successes is not enough. So you don't notice anything irregular or weird, but he's definitely
actual
odd with
color
you
of
getting
his
so
face.
close to him.
That's weird. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I don't.
You know, and I remind Bessie that it's not proper to walk up to somebody, touch their face, and then comment on their face within the first 1 minute of meeting them.
He looks
I'm
over
sorry.
at Alejandro and he goes, Your friend is quite knowledgeable.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he has a bump on his head.
He normally doesn't
shift,
say anything productive, so don't give him much credit.
No.
I shift uncomfortably and I kind of readjust my glasses. And my apologies. I don't spend much time with people that are alive, and my friends, they know that, and they've been traveling with me for a while. But sometimes they forget to
It
keep
doesn't
me in
get any
check.
better.
And everybody
She
roll
just
one
needs-
more spot hidden, please.
She needs to just take her laudanum.
One more shot.
Yep. Okay.
Success.
Where
So
did my-
Emerson
here we
definitely Emerson, this is a different one from before, but this one, you see that necklace around that guy's neck?
I got it.
The
Uh-oh.
beads. Oh wow!
Check
I
out
got
these
it.
extreme
Yeah.
successes, baby.
Yeah, well, we got 2 hard successes. So
And we got 2 extremes, though. Aren't those
who-
better?
no. Everybody's a hard
Extreme's better
success.
than hard,
You
I
can
think.
spend. You can spend
Wow.
for an extreme.
Yeah,
oh,
you
you
can
got the
spend
extreme.
money.
Not an extreme.
I rolled a 13 and it says extreme success.
Yeah, but you said 2. Who's the other one?
the one right above me. Oh, sorry. I thought
Yeah.
Omar. I saw mine and yeah, okay.
No.
Yeah, so there's 2 hard successes, and Alexandra has an extreme.
Alejandro, you
baby.
notice that because you did an extreme success, and this is not really for this particular role, but you did notice that while you guys are in here and Bessie's trying to push on this, touch this guy,
Like
that the front
uncomfortably
door
touch a
opened.
stranger.
The front door opened, and somebody walked in. They walked around. They walked out, and you're pretty sure you've seen that. Like, there's something familiar about the person that just walked back out in the alleyway. And as you see that, Emerson, you see around the guy's neck. You see that little bead around the neck that you can sort of see right here.
Oh yeah, I know where those have been.
Wow. Okay, yeah. Fuck me up on that one. What you see that down below his shirt, which is down sort of this direction, where the shirt kind of connects, the bottom of that necklace kind of like peeks out a little bit, and you see that there's it looks like he has a key on that necklace.
Okay.
And it kind of falls back, and he kind of tucks it in, and he's trying to keep it under the shirt. Like you're only because you rolled a decent roll that you were able to see that he's kind of like trying to keep this. Trying to keep this key from everybody seeing it. Excuse me. Jeez, man.
So
alcohol's
just
making me hiccup pretty bad.
briefly, I wanted to say that as soon as I see that familiar person,
Yeah.
I am going to kind of quickly dash to the door and see if I can, take a look out and get a better look at whoever that was.
You see his back as he's walking down the alleyway. And unless you leave the place and try and follow him, he is actively walking away.
I'm going to follow him, and I'm going to be like, Jameson, is that you?
Yeah, so you start walking out the door, walking down the alleyway, and he's clearly ignoring you and like turns the corner.
As Alejandro leaves, Emerson notices him leaving.
Roll a spot hidden, just to be sure that you notice him leaving.
Well,
Yeah.
Make sure that
Definitely
anybody that has made a successful spot hidden, that you mark it, that you did make it successful.
I've done mark for a
If
while.
you haven't done it, yeah, you see him kind of dash out the back.
Yeah, so I see him leave, and I just kind of like meet eyes with the rest of the party, shrug, and get back to talking to.
Oh shit! That's good
I
shit
am
right
going to
there.
try and catch Jameson.
Okay,
Oh my god.
why don't you roll a? What should we roll? Maybe a dex roll. It would be kind of like a mini chase that we'll just kind of make up on the fly.
All right.
Oh yeah, you
Good,
pop
I'm
out. You
pretty
pop.
close.
Yeah, no,
You are the
that was
weakest
that was
link.
that was very close. Yeah,
Oh.
you like pop out the corner and look around. And there's like tons of people on the street, and you don't see the person. But you're 100% sure that you've seen that face before. You just if you'd have got one more look at him, you'd have been able to place the face, but you can't. Yeah, you can't
Recognized him in that room.
can't quite place the face. So
He
Celaya
possibly
says,
looks
is there
giant
anything you're looking for? Something you would like to buy? I can probably help you.
Well, yes, there's a symbol, and we were wondering if you had any books about it or any leads on what it might mean. It kind of looks like an orange cut in half, or two moons with a sun in the middle.
He
Or
looks
two
at it.
parentheses with an asterisk in the middle.
An orange
Is a
with
banana
bananas.
and
he
oranges.
he looks
A
at
very, very poorly made fruit salad.
this. Yeah, I assume that you guys show him your drawing.
Yeah.
No, we all just tell him different explanations and let him think about it.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
not here with us. You cannot be here to confuse him.
Yeah, exactly. He looks at it and he goes, I've never seen that before, to
Bless
be
you.
honest. But if you'd like an African doll or an African mask or something along those lines, I would be happy to help you with anything.
Do you have
wanna
any
see-
books on African cults?
I do not have any books. If you look around, I have antiquities, I have staves, I have masks, I have a lot of things. I don't have books.
Do
I
any
wanna
of those
See
those-
in. I want to take a look around the store
Yeah.
to see if I can find not the like the icon in full, but I want to see if I can find components of it. Like if I find the centerpiece and one of the masks, and then the bananas on the
All right.
on
Now you're
another.
thinking.
Okay. Roll a spot hidden.
Oh god! All right, this is the one. No.
No, you don't see anything that even resembles the that thing. You see a lot of, you see like devil masks, grimacing faces, drums, carved animals like lions and tigers, and ceremonial weapons, daggers, and yeah, there's probably like a ceremonial like mermaid sitting there from Africa.
That's the one thing I think when I think
Yeah,
Africa, I
well,
think mermaid.
when Mayana said mermaid, it like fucked me up. Man. But yeah, you kind of see all kinds of different things like you see in the picture. There's all kinds of weird shit in the shop. Like literally, you could probably spend like hours in here and never see the same thing because there's so many little things on the shelves and underneath and in drawers and up on the top and around the corner, and yeah, it's quite a spectacle. And even in some of the display cases, there's little things and stuff that you can see.
Pretty cool.
I mean, not as fancy as my shop, obviously, but still pretty cool. Not every place can be classy. I get it.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely the one thing that you're lacking is the smut.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Has he? What the heck were the name? I'm trying to remember the name. They're not chupacabra. What are the white slug things?
Parasiti.
Oh, the Karasiri.
Yeah.
Oh, the Kairasiri.
Has he ever heard of the Karasiri?
Why don't you roll a psychology roll? I think is what we want to roll. Your psychology is pretty high. Oh my
It's not that
god!
high.
Wow, you're just rolling like crap tonight, man.
Except when I need
Do
to.
you want to spend 9 luck to make that or no? I mean, you
I
don't
do
have to. Okay. So yeah, he said he clearly is like, nope. I've never heard of this Kairasiri that you speak of. I don't know anything about this. Does it have to do with our god of light or god of water? Or no, probably not. Yeah, if you look back at some of those masks back there, they're pretty nice.
Mainly they have to do with Alejandro getting excited, and
It happens.
I'm
Taking
going
his
to try
pants
and
off,
like.
maybe.
yeah, things like taking pants
Oh.
off and
Dangling his dongle.
I've never ever heard of such things. No.
and jizz all over the floor.
No.
I'm going to try and like push this guy and be like, look, listen, like we've come a long way. We're really trying to just like help out a friend. He's dead now. We're mourning. There's got to be something you can give us. Like I'm trying to persuade you to help us here. Just anything you can give us. What do you need
Mr.
from us?
Mr. Silas, we were sent here by Dr. Mordecai Lemming himself.
Roll
He
a
said
persuade,
you could help us.
Emerson. Oh, You were sent by. Oh Jesus,
shit.
dude!
Wow.
You are
Nice,
just getting,
Emerson.
dude, and
I've
that's
got
one
a
of your best
70 in
rolls, dude.
persuade, an 80
Yeah.
in psychology. I can't roll
God.
this shit.
Dude,
You're-
those are some of
You
your
got
best
fucking.
skills.
You
I
got
am not
Dre-itis
persuasive.
tonight.
Yeah.
Wow. What did you say to him, Citra? Sorry, or
I
Virginia?
said, Mr. Silas, I tell him, Dr. Mordecai Lemming sent us here himself. He said you had
Mordecai.
information that could help us.
Mordecai
Surely
is a
he wouldn't
good
have
friend
sent
of
us here if he
ours.
could not help us.
Mordecai is a good friend of ours. We ship him African things all the time. He's very interested in our wares. He is a good friend of mine, for sure. But unfortunately, I wish I had more information about the things that you guys are asking. I don't. I have
And
oddities. I have
I-
masks.
Asking the
I
wrong
slide him.
question.
I slide him a coupon across his desk and wink at him and go, "Maybe this will change your mind."
Is there an equivalent to insight in this game?
Yeah, it's psychology. That's what I had.
It's
Okay,
what I've
good.
paid you.
Are we
I have an
carrying
80.
that newspaper article that Rebecca Schossenberg had written?
Oh, what did she
Man,
write
I can
about?
hear the cars honking at Alejandro in the street.
Yeah, they're still
About-
honking at. He's standing in the street out there trying to find this person, and they're honking at him like, "Get the hell out of the street, bro!"
Wait, are you telling me my coupon didn't persuade him at all?
No, it didn't. Yeah, it didn't. Yeah,
Wow.
no. Yeah, it didn't.
It was about the murders that happened here in New York.
The murders. I
9 people that were murdered by possibly Hilton Adams.
Oh, Hilton Adams. That
And we
my
show him the
under-
symbol
my
again.
my understanding. I don't know anything about the symbol, but I will tell you that I've heard and read in the newspapers that Hilton Adams has murdered quite a few people, and he is a very, very evil person. He is not to be trusted.
Oh.
Sounds kind of cool, though.
And it will be a great day when they finally hang him.
Hmm.
I think Wednesday is when his death is.
Wednesday.
Boy,
Yes.
I didn't know they had
They're
the
gonna
death penalty here in
find-
New York.
They do, and they're gonna kill him. That Sing Sing prison is a great place for evil people like that.
Wednesday at Sing Sing Prison.
You okay
You
with
wanna
them
see a good
taking you guys to prison? Is that what you're saying?
When someone's bad, don't you think they should go to prison? I think so.
I guess if they can prove it, no?
Wow, they've got plenty of people that say that Hilton did it. In fact, I think he was in this shop buggering me about things, and I
Phrasing.
Oh no.
yeah.
Yeah, buggery
what-
means
what did-
something different to my English friends.
Oh, but let me see. But maybe I shouldn't buggering. Maybe I shouldn't look this up into Google.
That
No,
Hilton
dude.
Adams, what a troublemaker.
Oh wow, yeah, no, not
I don't think they were doing that.
no,
You got
definitely
that one
not.
Finally, huh?
Well,
All right.
the first version is causing damage or
yeah.
harm,
That's
but
the real.
I guess
version,
that
but
there's
the slang
also-
version in England is different.
Yeah. That's where I get it from, but I don't get it from where you guys got it, and I don't want to do it that way. He definitely did not bugger him.
Not all of us
Let me
are
just-
world
let me
Sounds
just-
like old
travelers.
Silas got it too.
No, Cyrus Silius did not get it that way. No,
Silas.
Silas, yeah.
Silas the virus.
They were in
that's
his
that's
shop,
Alejandro on the friggin' street again.
Do you know if Hilton Adams was affiliated with any group here in New York?
Not that I know of. I mean, when you're a serial killer, Would you be affiliated with many people? I don't think so. He's probably all a rogue, dastardly person. Someone that should be put to death.
Wow, you really don't like this guy.
Dastardly, you say, yeah.
You think?
If I would have let him, he would have
Starting.
buggered me.
Wow. I'm also starting to get that same vibe there.
Yeah, it's clear that this guy does not like Hilton Adams. But he also, I mean, he seems truthful in that he doesn't know anything about the symbols that you've shown him.
And that he doesn't like him.
Yeah, definitely doesn't like them.
You got any shrunken heads?
I do. And he brings out from one of his drawers like a little shrunken head with like wild hair off of it.
How much you want for it?
$6.50.
Do you have any in teriyaki flavor?
Oh God!
What?
I mean, do you just have the regular ones, or do you have like teriyaki? Do you
There is
have
no flavoring, sir.
barbecue sauce? Oh,
You don't eat it, man. What you talking about?
What are you on, my friend?
well, I'm not from New York, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to blend in and like be like a natural New Yorker here. I thought maybe
You don't
that's where
eat
we were
this
going.
anywhere,
I don't
man.
even
What
think
you
there was
talking about?
teriyaki stuff back then. Like they didn't even have.
Dude, there was teriyaki. Japan existed back then.
No, not New York though.
Japan still existed when New
No,
York
Japan
was
did,
around.
but you
No,
haven't
not
been to
New York
Japan.
flavors.
Yeah, no,
So,
not,
You
not
don't
New
know
York.
what I've
Island.
done.
I know what
$6.50.
you've
Is
done.
that what you said?
Yes.
All right, listen. I don't want to dicker back and forth. How about this? How about I
Dicker.
give you 4, but you write me a receipt for $6.50,
Oh wow.
and we'll tell the tax man it was $6.50.
How about
Yeah.
you write me? How about you give me $6.50 and I'll write the receipt for $8.
You got yourself a deal, Silas.
He writes the receipt for $8. He gives you the head, shakes your hand.
That was a good interaction all around right there. All right.
Yeah, you just made
We
$2.
got something out of this.
Yeah, made a couple bucks. He's very happy. He's like putting
Not only
money in
that-
his pocket. And
I got a shrunken head.
you got
Yeah.
you got a shrunken head. That dude. It looks. You know the ones from Beetlejuice. It looks like
Yeah.
that.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's got the fucked up hair and everything.
Yeah, I mean like wild ass hair. Yeah. Like
Probably
crazy.
goes good with some ranch dressing.
I'm going to
Yeah.
tie it to my backpack
Nice.
by
Shrimp
the
soda.
crazy ass hair.
Yeah, yeah.
And some
Yeah.
shrimp soda. Yeah, you guys saw the shrimp soda?
Yeah, I 100% had no idea what the fuck that was, and being that it after you open it, it's 10 minutes and it's done like that.
Yeah. Hey, you open it and it says on the
Ah.
label like 18 minutes
What
and it
the hell? Like,
expires
yeah,
or
no,
whatever.
yeah, no,
What?
no.
Shrimp
I wouldn't
So-
drink that.
Soda? And it
Yeah, there was.
expired?
I took
Yeah.
a picture of some shrimp soda, man.
It was,
So like,
yeah,
I think
it
I'm
was
gonna
in
bring it.
It was in the Spelljammer chat, not so Cameron didn't see that.
Oh yeah.
I'll send it to
I
Cameron.
think I'm okay without it.
No, you got it. It's sort of like, yeah, it's interesting.
I was like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna bring some of this.
I just sent it to you.
We also have a lot of wrap snacks in Houston. There's a lot of wrap snacks.
So he says you can take your wrap
Biotic
snacks and your shrimp stuff and get out of my store, and and so I assume you guys leave at that point.
I got a shrunken head. We didn't get much info.
Yeah, you
though.
did get the shrunken head. You're very happy about
And a
that.
receipt.
Yep.
I put
Oh,
it
yeah,
in
this
a
guy doesn't
safe
know shit.
spot in the briefcase.
Nice. You have your.
All we
your-
know is we have some sus people that like to hang out here, but we can't identify them, and we suck at following them.
Well,
Anything else that was here, we weren't able to see it.
That is very true. That's about the extent of it.
Is there a room here?
Should I put on a disguise and go back in?
yeah, one of those glasses with the nose and the mustache.
Yes, exactly. With the way
Did
I've
we
been
roll your
rolling
spot
tonight, it
hiddens?
wouldn't even be that. The way I've been rolling tonight, Emerson goes back in blackface.
Dude, and you got, dude. I was like, roll psychology, and I knew I was like, he's got this. He's got an 80. Boom, you rolled 90, 89. Like, fuck, dude.
What did I come back to?
This Wade, and I've got a 70, and I rolled 98.
Exactly.
He said, Emerson said, I rolled so badly my disguise, I probably went back in blackface.
Oh,
got himself in trouble. Yeah, he just got him. Everybody's ready to kill his
Gonna
ass.
get canceled.
We're not even famous, and we're gonna get canceled.
I know.
But he was clearly saying it was a bad thing, guys.
It was
I mean,
bad. Yeah,
he was saying
not
that was
good.
his roll
I
was so
said if
bad.
I tried to make a disguise, I would roll. The way I've been rolling tonight, I'd roll so poorly that Emerson would go back in blackface.
Oh, that's funny.
He'd be like, man, I need to like make myself look like a hobo or like I'm
Yeah,
homeless.
I know. Yeah.
Put some dirt on my face, and I'd walk back in, and the guy'd be like, "Are you
What
in
the hell?
blackface?"
Yeah, are you? What are you doing, man? Everybody, kill his ass.
Yeah.
That's gonna go over really well in the heart of Harlem, bro.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. You would not be cool with that. All right, so you guys all take out of there.
Reluctantly.
Reluctantly leave.
Yeah, reluctantly. I feel like we didn't achieve as much as we could have, but
I
What can we
agree.
do?
But I loved everything I tried.
Well, I learned something new, so I'm pretty cool. I'm good.
you had to be told that blackface is about.
No,
it.
I learned that you're not supposed to eat the shrunken heads, and I won't bring that up to people anymore.
Emerson, why don't you roll a spot
Did you
hidden
eat
as you guys
heads?
kind of walk out of there and you
No,
see down
you
the
do
street
not
where
eat
Alejandro
shrunken
is.
heads.
I'm asking if you ate
Oh,
shrunken
that one I
heads.
could pass.
Oh.
Okay, there we go.
No, but when he had some, I was like, maybe there's barbecue
You
flavor.
see that as you
teriyaki.
guys are walking out of the Juju house, like you kind of look back and you see Silas like waiting for you guys to walk out, and as the door closed, you kind of like peek through the door, and he kind of like it's almost like he was waiting for the door to start closing, and so you guys wouldn't see him, and he kind of like turns and dashes behind like a curtain that was like he was behind like a countertop, and then behind that countertop was this curtain, and he kind of like splits the curtain and dashes inside.
Motherfucker.
That guy
Hold
was
on,
behind
hold
us.
on.
We just
Somewhere.
made a break for it
Oh, wait.
as soon as we turned our back.
and he's got
Yeah.
a key.
Are you
The
guys
key means
thinking what I'm
something.
thinking?
Yep.
We should burn the place down, right?
No,
No.
I
No?
think one of us goes to the back door.
What?
The others go back in, and we go and find this guy.
I like
He
Alright.
that.
knows something. I think we get the info out of him.
Okay, so just to be
Oh,
clear, we're
dear.
not
Yeah, but we
committing
don't even know what
arson.
the right questions are.
That's
Right
okay.
questions
We'll beat him
are
out of him. We'll beat
meet-
the questions out of him.
Yeah, meet,
Oh.
query, and question. Holds up one fist and then the other.
I don't
Yeah.
like this idea, but I'm not going to do the beating.
Well, madam, don't worry. I'm a accomplished pugilist, and I do that like 1800s boxer pose.
I'm a bald white man in the 1920s.
Yeah, exactly. Like you got problems all around.
I roll my eyes at Alexandra.
Time for action.
But I'm kind of partial to Marlbin.
So
To
does
what?
that mean that you want to
Did you
cut the
say
back
brown
door?
men?
So are you guys going to go back in?
Beardy Baldwin.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
who's going to go
I-
back in? The whole party?
I am
Everybody?
going to the
definitely
back
no.
door?
I once I see this, I'm going back in. I
No,
think
I'm gonna
you
wait
didn't.
outside.
Hold on. You didn't see anything. The only person that saw something was Emerson.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
I'm gonna
I
wa- I'm
yelled
gonna
out
keep
like,
watching
"Hey,
outside."
you just ran back as soon as we turned our back and closed the door." Like one person goes to the back door.
So I
Go
already
back
missed a
in.
chase earlier, and
There
so
is
like
no back door. You guys have not. You were at the front of the shop, which was on the street. And there was no doors. It was just windows. So you had to go back behind an alleyway, and there's only this one door into this place.
and my reasoning is that since I lost a chase already, I don't want to lose two chases in
And
one
also
day.
beside the place is a abandoned pawn shop. Just sort of like the next door over is like a shop that's been abandoned. It's got like boards over the doors. And then the other side is like people's houses. Like it looks like there's people's houses all in this street. and then the abandoned pawn shop. Then there's this shop, but from the main, like the main street, there's only 3 windows, and they're barred. They've got like metal bars on them. So you guys walked around to 137th Street and came in the alleyway, and there's this small little alleyway. And if you want, we could put you back in that alleyway, and I could put you guys on the combat tracker if you want to go back there.
I think we either got to stake this out and wait for him and watch, or we go back in and we just brute force the situation.
I agree.
You had me at brute force.
Is that the preference then?
You got him at brute.
Yeah.
At Groot.
Yeah,
That's Groot.
I don't condone the violence, but what choice do we have? This guy knows
Well,
more than he's letting on, and
What if we don't resort to violence? We just do mild intimidation.
Yeah, you be the voice of reason then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And I'm happy with unreason.
In the meanwhile, and Emerson opens the door and very gentlemanly does that arm thing where you like, after you,
Oh yeah, and I rush
in
in.
an exaggerated manner.
Okay.
I go in as well.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead. You guys should see what you see.
Okay.
The door to the north.
I go behind
That's the wrong way,
Ezekiel.
Ezekiel. Yep. Hold on. Let me unlock everybody. Token lock. There we go. The door to the north. This door here. Hold on. The way that you're going, Ezekiel, is the alleyway, and that's the way out.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of dark down this area, so you can't see too well. And then the doorway to your northeast, that's this doorway here, is to the abandoned pawn shop. It's like a boarded up door, and the other door is the one to the place that you just went into.
Oh, to the juju shop?
To the juju shop. Yeah, this one here is to the juju shop.
So I think he's probably, has a way out
Holding the
personally,
door
but
open,
I
saying,
am,
after you.
I am charging in the obvious way and
So go ahead and open the door
somebody
and
else
do your
can-
thing.
flush him out. Oh yeah. Dun dun dun. All right, I come here.
Dun, dun. Oh,
So you guys see
wait.
the
There we go.
Where's
this
the
is
map?
this is the
Bestie!
this is the
Where's
place.
it? My map disappeared.
Oh, I will.
Oh, you didn't
Sure.
pay your map bill.
Did
Is that what it is?
Omar and Virginia, are you guys not
I'm pretty
going
sure it was in collections.
So that pink,
Yeah.
that pink area
I'm
is the curtain.
I'm moving with Ezekiel. So until I find the map.
I just pushed it back to you. Sure
Oh, there it
did.
is. It
Yeah.
was behind everything.
Oh, gotcha. That's the curtain that they were standing on.
And
so
I
you're gonna go in
Pull
here.
back the curtain and
Yeah.
charge through carelessly.
Then. Go ahead and walk through.
Is Omar just laying in the street?
He gets 2 shotgun slugs
So
to the
that's
chest.
hold on a second.
So you guys
Okay.
walk in there and you see a bedroom. It looks like there's some clothes
Okay.
on the floor. There's a chair, maybe a kitchen in the corner, a little place for hanging out.
I check under the bed, look for trapdoors. I actively disbelieve.
Up. And Alejandro, you find a toilet that you can go poop in.
Okay, I do that.
Yep.
I see floors and it's clothes in the floor.
Yeah, that looks like his shirt and maybe his pants are sitting there on the floor.
that's a
Well,
rug
buddy,
over.
Pick
like,
them up.
like-
Anything
I
underneath the
pick them
rug.
up and look at them.
They look dirty. Like your hands feel dirty now. They kind of feel like something.
Smell them
something
just to be
was on-
sure.
Yeah, you've got like smell-o-vision. It smells like dirty clothes.
I go in my bag and look for alcohol and clean my hands.
Yeah, you squirt some alcohol in your hands and wipe them. You guys are kind of
Emerson's
walking.
going to look for like hidden doors or sliding panels.
Yeah. Maybe there's like a lamp that you can pull on.
Why don't you
gas
guys roll a
wall
spot hidden,
stones.
everybody? Everybody?
Wait a minute, I guess.
Mhm.
Alejandro was pooping with
Alejandro.
with
Yeah,
the door
Alejandro's
open.
taking a dump. Yeah.
Yeah, but he was
Always.
taking a dump with the door open.
Yeah,
Yeah, mofo.
the door was open.
The
That is
door
the way
was
he
open,
would
yeah.
do it too.
He's like, guys, listen to this.
Yeah.
A4, you stunk
Yeah.
my battleship.
Exactly. So basically, you guys search this whole room and don't find anything other than the bed and what's in here.
How about the main shop?
Oh,
Eve-
I succeeded.
Oh,
So I need to
go ahead and roll
keys.
again.
Back here.
Yeah, I mean, I got a
Emerson?
regular success, didn't I? That's not good enough.
Apparently,
No.
it's not enough.
Um,
You gonna make it a hard success, Emerson?
Anybody else wants to do a roll out there with Emerson?
I'll do it.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
just
due
as
for a
though
victory. I have 25%. Never mind.
The legend continues.
Yeah, you guys
Shay.
cannot find Silas. And as you guys are walking around,
Wow.
I guess Bessie and Alejandro, you're still in the back.
Yeah, I'm not done.
Coming sort of in the front door
Ugh.
is
That's how you make a baby.
there's like 4 people walking in the shop. And they kind of like stand in the front, and they're like, excuse me, what are you all doing in here?
We were waiting for
Cruising,
Silas
looking
to
for
come
wares.
back. He went to get something in the back.
Go.
What are you doing in here, sir? We work here.
This is
You're
our
shitting.
our
You're
shop.
not here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're taking a dump, so you didn't say that.
Yeah, I'm still
But they're like, well, maybe you should wait outside. And they look like
you should wait up.
big, beefy African men.
Okay. I go
Bessie,
outside.
charm him.
Virginia's like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
I go with Virginia.
Damn it. I follow suit. Voice of reason is gone. I'm gone too.
So they close
Okay.
the door.
I want to break into the pawn shop.
Oh, okay. There's a lock on it. Why don't you got a pick lock? Is there a
Yes, I
pick
pull
lock?
out a bobby pin.
Yeah, go ahead and I think there's a pick lock skill, if I'm not mistaken.
Let me.
As I close the doors
Give it a
behind
go.
me,
What is it called?
I
Sleight of
turn
hand
the
or something?
lights off on the rooms that we left.
Before I leave, I'm going to yell very loudly. We don't want any trouble with you 4. We will just leave now. Bye.
Alejandro, what do? You hear them kind of like close the doors, and you hear somebody saying something? Because you left the door open, you can actually hear it. If you close the door, you wouldn't be able to hear it.
Mhm.
And you're sitting on the toilet, and you're about half a turtle out.
Pinch it off.
Yeah.
Start the waddle.
And you hear these 4 guys kind of, and then they start talking in a language you've heard before, but I don't think you made the roll before what it was.
Is it English?
No, it's definitely not English.
It's what that
Spanish?
guy in the car was speaking when we dumped him on the parking
Yes,
lot.
exactly. That was the one. Yeah.
Okay.
I think
So I
Alejandro
reckon-
was there with you guys, so
He was.
sounds just like the same thing that the guy was like screaming at you when you had him tied up in the car.
All
So
right,
they're
but I
like
can't
talking
make-
to each other in that language.
Yeah, I can recognize the language, but I can't make any heads or tails
Yeah.
of it. Bless you.
Can you
Um,
can you understand what that just said? No, you cannot. It says understood by nobody.
Understood by nobody. That means that language is not real.
Blark
Must be.
Tate to Akia.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys are seeing
that-
because I see the
that's,
real thing.
I think that's Elon Musk's daughter.
Oh,
Probably.
yes, that's true. That's true. So what are you doing, Alejandro?
Pretty close.
And
Well-
Virginia tries to pick the lock of the door beside, but she can't. Does
No.
anybody else want to try?
Well,
He said it was
I
boarded.
Sure.
I got some good skills on that.
It's boarded up, but there's a lock. There's a giant padlock on it. It's easy to pry the boards off, but the padlock is what's keeping it shut.
I got
What's it
some
called?
lock-picking
Lock
skills.
picking? Oh wow.
Oh,
Hell, can I?
Mark.
Oh, please, can
Mark.
I try? This is gonna be funny. You want
I
to see my
wanna
lock
try.
picking skill?
Uh huh.
what
Are
is
you
it?
going to jam the lock?
You're gonna.
Oh my god.
90.
That's purple.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, all right.
94.
Check
Wow.
out.
And you,
check
I
out
think you
my
got the
skill.
best pick lock, Omar. To be honest.
I have a
1%.
one.
Wow.
No, I got the best pick.
Wait,
lock.
do you want to spend 74 to?
Oh, you do.
74
Yeah, you
luck?
do. You got
I'm
51.
not definitely not spending.
53 luck. I don't think Virginia wants to spend 12 luck either.
No.
I would.
Nope.
But this is so. What about
Alejandro?
you, Emerson? You want to give it a go?
Nope.
Can somebody just try to break it? Somebody strong?
Alejandro?
You can try it, Alejandro. Don't you? Or, I mean, Emerson, or is your pick lock like 0?
It's 1.
Mine
We
was
could
I
go
one.
mean,
buy a bolt
come on,
cutter
man.
and
You-
come
you
back
can
with
try
a
it,
bolt
man.
cutter.
Wow, mine's actually 26, and
I don't want to embarrass
Oh, I
myself.
have 51. Let me try it.
Emerson instead just
Oh!
grabs a rock off the
Ezekiel's
ground
like a
and
super
tries to
fucking
whack
lock
it
picker.
on the
51?
lock.
51, dude.
Damn.
Oh! You want to spin
Damn
three?
it.
Just a fail.
Zeke,
It's
you got to
too bad
spend the 3 luck,
he's busy
man.
pinching turtles anyway.
You got to
You wanna
spend the
spin
3
three?
luck.
Ezekiel?
Yep.
I start,
Spending it.
Or Emerson,
like,
are you
what
going
are
to try and
saving
bash
it
the
for?
lock?
Christmas.
I start questioning Ezekiel for everything I'm missing in the last 3 months.
Yeah.
Like, did he pick my lock? Did he come
like
in
your
my
chastity belt?
But he's in the bathroom.
How'd you guys know I have a chastity belt?
No, that's Ezekiel, not me.
room? No, Ezekiel. Yeah.
Alejandro's in the bathroom, not Ezekiel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Alejandro's
I'm in the
bathroom.
bathroom.
So, Alejandro, while they're picking that lock, what are you doing? Go ahead
So-
and spin the lock, Ezekiel.
Yes, chorro.
Yeah.
So, I guess I'll wrap this up because it does kind of seem like maybe not the perfect time.
Oh, you're not actually going to pick it up and wrap it up, are you?
Oh, God.
Well, yeah. I do just kind of want to do a quick check around the bathroom to make sure there's nothing like, hidden doors or maybe some Vicodin in the medicine cabinet or anything interesting.
Roll a spot hidden. Ooh.
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 You notice he does not clean his toilet.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
I find a flamethrower.
Underneath the counter, in the
Yeah,
back,
why-
is like an African sacrificial dagger that's kind of a curved blade that has the symbol that was on Jackson Elias's head carved into the handle.
I think it should be known as the orange and banana symbol.
The fruit salad symbol.
Yes.
Yeah, the fruit salad symbol.
Silas,
Well-
that big liar.
I
So I
still
guess-
like the parentheses and asterisk symbol.
I,
don't know.
I thought of them as kind of like Sedano peppers with a lemon in them. Well, I guess there's nothing useful here then, so I walk out. No, I am going to take that dagger for sure.
It's cursed.
You're
And
going to
then I'm
regret
going
touching
to flush the toilet, wash my hands,
it.
and
Oh,
be
no.
like, so guys, what's next? I'm going to kind of like loudly walk out there and like I own the place kind of thing and see what happens.
Oh, so they're all talking in a language that
He's
you
got
don't
a dagger
understand.
in his hand. Hey, guys.
No, I don't have the dagger in my hands. Like I said, I stashed
Yeah,
it,
hey guys, look at this shit that I stole. No, so
Yeah.
you that would be fucking
I'm
hilarious.
suitcasing this.
Yeah, I got you. You kind of stuck it in a pocket in the back, trying to hide it, and you walk out like, "Hey guys, what the hell?" And so these 4 guys kind of turn and go, excuse me, what are you doing here?"
Welcome to the Juju Shop, gentlemen. How may I assist you today?
Oh my
He
god.
goes, "This is our shop, and what are you doing back there?"
Oh, I'm sorry. I just had to use the bathroom.
And they all kind
for
of
a
pull
second.
out like a machete,
Holy shit!
and they're
It's
like,
just,
Then I pull out my 45 and I say, "Let's maintain civility here, gentlemen."
roll a persuade roll.
Is there an intimidation? Yeah, there's
Oh,
intimidate.
is there an intimidate? Yeah. Let's do an intimidate. Yeah. Well, first, when you said I was just going to the bathroom before they pull out their weapons, roll a try.
wow.
You could do either persuade, a charm, or an intimidate. Like when you come out there and you say, "Hey, I was just going to the
at
bathroom."
all of
God,
these,
you are
and
just horrible at all of them.
Yeah,
but,
I know. I was gonna say so
You're
let's
not
try this.
a talker.
man,
You're a fighter.
That mustache of
Oh,
Oh,
yours-
baby! I'm spending the one luck to succeed.
Wow.
I am
So
spending the
you
one
come
luck
out-
to succeed.
You
Hold
come
on,
out
let me take it off.
and you realize that you have like some toilet paper stuck to the bottom of your foot, and they're like, oh, you were going to the bathroom. Okay, well, why don't you get out of here then? And they kind of usher you to the door.
Well, I
Do you-
was planning on making a purchase, gentlemen. I mean, I am a shopper. I mean, aren't you interested in?
Toilet
One of
paper
them,
and
one of them
shoes
grabs you
sound
by your arm
intimidating.
and starts to walk you outside. And do you resist or do you go outside?
Just doesn't seem intimidating at all.
You
I'm gonna-
know
It's not
how hard it
intimidating,
is
yes.
for him to make that choice.
I know.
Yeah, I know. Or to intimidate me, but all right, I will go.
You'll just go out. Okay, when you pop outside, go ahead and go outside.
Yeah.
You see your friends standing out there, and they slam the door behind you. And
One
you-
star
you-
review, sirs. 1 star review.
Wrong
you see-
era.
Ezekiel
Oh, sorry.
kind of like clicks the lock, and the door creaks open to the.
And I open the lock like nonchalant. Like,
Yeah.
this is my everyday.
It's already open. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's pitch black
dark
in here.
in
You
here.
can't see a goddamn thing. Yeah.
Can I use spot hidden to
I
see
took out my
the
flashlight.
secret sweat mark falling down Ezekiel's face, so I know exactly how much effort he actually put into it?
You can see that he
Yeah.
put quite a bit of effort. Yeah.
Well,
Let's see. Oh, there we go.
I mean,
And
I
as you
only
can
used
see,
3 luck.
I don't know if you can see on the ground there, but it's hilarious that this is just an abandoned pawn shop.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just that; it's also a red herring.
Yeah. So if you go in here, then you can see the abandoned pawn shop name, and you guys kind of, I assume you all kind of dash in here and close the door.
Oh, that is so funny.
Yeah,
I didn't know you had
basic-
it in you, man.
Basically, inside this room is like an old pawn shop with like dust, like desks that are turned over. Like it's probably been abandoned for like months now, and it's whoever was in here that owned this, like all the stuff is gone, and there's just a few shells of stuff here. That's the Jesus Christ! People are running around like crazy. Trying to unlock the whole map. Oh Jesus, you guys, man!
You talk about map exploration.
I know you guys just saw things you should not be seeing. I should have not. You know what I need to do?
What?
Do it.
Hold on.
There you go. There we go.
Locantus.
I should have locked that door. No, it wasn't just Locantus. It was also Citra.
Look below the
no,
font.
it was
Don't put it on
mostly-
YouTube, though.
It was mostly Citra.
No,
she
look
was,
at the
she was like,
picture.
Drawing.
Yeah, I
i.e.
see that.
Locantus.
I see that.
Don't,
Yeah, I
don't
see
put
it.
that on YouTube.
yeah,
No,
Squidward.
that's Squidward.
that is
Uh-huh.
Squidward,
But
yeah.
I didn't draw that.
I'm just saying, TOAs are gonna come down hard.
Squidward.
I cannot dress you guys up anywhere. Let me see. Can I remove that? No, I don't
Just
think I can.
a pig with lipstick.
Shit.
Big with slips.
Can I can't remove
So
it.
why is there a
How do you
penis in
erase
my
that?
thing?
I knew it.
Lock
Oh, this
into-
didn't work.
That's
at
not
all.
what it
There we
is.
go. Okay, there we go.
It was Squidward.
It's a face. You just see penises everywhere.
There we
man.
go.
That wasn't
Okay.
a penis.
I don't know. I didn't draw it. It looked like a face to me.
Said it like 6 times. There was a big smile on it, big goofy smile, and angry
Yeah.
eyebrows on it.
like a peen coming out of boobies.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So wow.
That's next level.
That was next
Yeah,
level. Yeah.
I'm gonna say
Okay.
spicy citrus, kind of cool. All right.
I'm telling you, she spiced it up, man. So you guys are basically inside this broken down, abandoned pawn shop.
Are we gonna burn it or not, guys? What do we think about that plan?
I'm going to put my ear to the wall and try and listen to see if I can hear anything.
You definitely.
We know Silas disappeared somewhere.
Yeah, you can hear them
yeah.
talking.
By the way, I do, now that we're alone, I mean just us, I do show them the dagger.
Oh yeah, the dagger has the symbol.
Silas, that liar.
Yeah. Of the.
Oh yeah, you're right.
This is where the cult is headquartered or something. It sure seems like it. These are the murderers of Jackson Elias.
And what was with the key on his neck? Where does that go?
Probably to wherever he ran off to. That secret room somewhere. There's got to be a secret room. It's the only explanation.
I think we should call that cop and just get out of here, right? That's what we're doing.
Law and order every time. That's you. I vote no to the legal, acceptable, preferable option. I vote for
You also have a bunch of other leads. You do have a bunch of other leads also.
But
Erica Carlisle, Hilton Adams, Bradley Gray. You got a couple of other places you could go, or you could hang out in an abandoned pawn shop for a while. There's not much here other than, there's nowhere to sleep, nowhere to eat, nothing to do. You're going to have to leave at some point.
I mean, I could just claim
Or we can go and battle 4 big African guys who fight dirty cultist ways.
Yeah. And you know what happens in Call of Cthulhu with... combat can be swift and deadly.
I hope they know that too.
They do.
All right. I mean, I don't know if I'm necessarily ready to quit on this lead yet, guys. So I vote for continuing to search for this guy for a bit longer. But obviously, it's up to you guys.
So what? You want to go back in where those guys are waiting for us with machetes?
They did have machetes, and I don't really like those.
I got a machete too, but probably not as skilled as they are.
Well, that's you're making assumptions. You're perpetuating a stereotype. Maybe you're way better at machete skills.
Let's get some training.
I don't think that's how stereotypes work.
Oh. Well, I don't know. English isn't my first language. So, all right, guys. So, what do you think?
I think Carlisle seems like a good idea, but we're going to have to find a crafty way to get there.
Yeah, through
and I'll stab him with
Bradley
this
Gray.
dagger.
We have to see her.
Right?
I was going to say there's no him. Yeah.
I'll stab her with this dagger.
Roger
we can't get to her directly. We have to go through Bradley Gray.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. Put the dagger in the party sheet, or if it's just an item or whatever, I'll have.
Yeah, you can just create one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. African.
I get to name it because, I'm creating it and I found it. And it's
dull dagger of nepotism.
God, what is that called? Like when they sacrificial dagger.
Well, thinking of calling it.
You don't happen to have a picture of it, do you?
No, I do not. 100%. He would. That was a on the fly creation.
Full disclosure, I'm in and out.
You did what?
In and out.
She's dozing because she hasn't slept.
Oh yeah, well it's already 11:15, so it's almost that time.
Yeah, but I'm not like Sergio. If you guys say my name, I wake up.
Yeah, you're still simming.
Sergio's been passed out for 30 minutes.
Okay, let's find this this Bradley guy. Bradley Gray.
So
Would
I could
this be a good
stick
place
him.
to
with
Maybe
call
I
it?
can try to
I'm gonna move
try.
Yeah, I
I
think
hear
this
you
might be
guys
a good place to call it. Yep. Yep. This might be a good place to call it. All right. That was a good game.
Let's just
Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you joining the stream, and we will circle back around in a few weeks. We got some travel and some other things, so it might be like 3 weeks. I appreciate you all joining. I hope you have a good evening, and take care of yourselves and each other. Good night.